Did you do it? What's up, folks? Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Trey Podcast. Still here in Nashville. If yesterday wasn't a shit show with Ryan Nelson and Justin Andrews, this is definitely going to be. We got the male perspective of how Nashville is yesterday, and today we're getting the female perspective. And we're not even going to end up talking about Nashville. It's just living here. It's real life here.
I was like, I'm mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No. No, you've heard everybody in here on the show before, but I'll introduce them again. Miss Ireland Gabriella, congratulations on your last fight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Miss Caroline from Broadway Girls, or
Sup,
Broadway
bitch?
Girl. I don't know the fuck you call it now.
I mean, Broadway girls, I guess.
Okay. And then the biggest bitch of them all, that's with us again today, is Dave McMahon.
I love the way you introduced me.
Why would you do that?
Because we go through
That's mild.
we go through this thing to where I'm so nice to him for a couple days, but he's like my little brother. Like we literally never stop talking shit to each other. But I feel like for every time I compliment him, the next day I just got to be like over the top.
I do that
dickish.
to my little brother, so I get that.
Yeah, like he can't know that I really love him.
It keeps
Yeah.
you humble, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Felt
get it.
that.
You got to keep him humble.
Yeah. Either way,
Are we keeping Toby Keith on this whole time?
you were going to keep Toby Keith on this whole time, and that's what I was going to get to. For those who don't know, Toby Keith passed away. What the fuck?
R.I.P..
Why are you cutting
She
your
didn't
eyes?
wanna-
Do you want me to like drink?
I want you to make that noise some more. That's all
mean,
right.
no.
That's my favorite noise.
Nobody's making mac and cheese in here, damn.
Shit. I mean, we'll get a pot and a stir. Let's see what's going on. Did I say a stir?
A stir. A stir.
What the fuck is a stir? I will get a spoon.
A fucking
Oh, no.
ladle.
A ladle.
A ladle. You don't use a ladle for
Yeah,
mac and
this
cheese.
is going to
You
get
know what a
fucking
la-
rough. I was way more comfortable yesterday.
That
But-
little bald head of yours get a little red.
That's the blood pressure. Yeah, I'm not. It could be a couple things, I reckon. But back to Toby Keith passing away, because the slurping noises threw me off. But everybody got a story, like their favorite Toby Keith story before we get started.
Yeah.
Like something about him, or just like how much you love his music. I just know that we were with somebody last night that was really close with him, and he got the phone call from Toby's daughter before the rest of the damn world knew. And we had to watch a grown man process that we look up to. And it was, I don't have any really good stories about him. He was just one of the people growing up that I idolized as a country music. Like when I think of Toby Keith, I think of real country music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I know, like you said something a while ago, like you kind of had something.
Well, I mean, I grew up listening to that shit. So, I mean, my mom, she used to party with Toby, and she dated Toby, like, or so she thought she dated Toby. Let's just be honest. At that time, before he met his wife, but no, I mean, her story is like way too long. But basically, just the synopsis of it is just like, they just were like ripping Jose Cuervo at Billy Bob's, and that's when she first met him. And so, I mean, he's just, like I said, if you're a 90s kid, like you didn't grow up on Toby Keith, I just feel like you missed out.
Absolutely.
But
100%. And we're all drinking out of red Solo cups today.
Yes, and
it was
all
really cool to see Live Oak, and I imagine other bars are doing it tonight here. Like, I imagine it's going to be nothing but a Toby Keith celebration tonight everywhere we
as
go.
it should.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, now I'm sad.
You're sad?
I'm sad. It ain't like I knew him. It's just every time somebody like passes away,
Yeah.
it kind of like brings mortality, like you thinking about like this was somebody I idolized.
Yeah.
And like whether it's sports figures retiring or people passing away or whatever, it just kind of reminds you like, fuck.
Yeah.
Another little piece of my childhood
Yeah.
is gone.
And honestly, it sounds really like, it sounds bad, but I knew when he performed, like, didn't he perform with like Jelly Roll at the People's Choice Awards or something like that, or like
I
something?
don't
Or like
know.
the Opry.
Yeah, he did it at the
Yeah.
Opry. I think that's what it was.
So that was like I knew. I had a really weird feeling that was gonna be the last time we saw him perform live.
Yeah, I think it was in November or October.
Yeah.
Somebody at Seagull invited us to like this private thing.
Oh damn.
And we didn't go because I had to leave the day that it was happening. I had to head back to Georgia, and the person told me, he's like, "There's a special guest coming that night," and I was like, "Damn, I really do want to stay, like, and meet whoever it is." It ended up being Toby.
Damn.
I literally I would have had the opportunity to meet him, shake his hand, be in a closed environment and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one kind of is eating me up right now, to be real with you. Like, I missed out on seeing George Jones when I was 20 years old in Macon, Georgia. And like that'll be something I'll never fucking get back. And now knowing I could have shook his hand, Toby's hand.
Yeah, I feel so like I hate myself for not being like able to see him before he like passed away.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit.
It's okay. He's one of those, and we talked a long time yesterday with Ryan and Justin about how like I don't like people that are temporary famous. I don't like people that are a flash in the pan, a one-hit wonder or whatever, or doing stuff for the now.
Oh yeah.
I like people that write songs that you'll think of in 20 years, and it's just as good as the day it came out. And Toby will literally be one of those guys that's like we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, and he's my dad's age, so it's just kind of like, damn, like
How old was he?
he's 62, I think.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of hits home in a way too, because I'm like, I grew up on that man, and he's like, I mean, my dad's like a couple years older, but still, like, that's just, it sucks. It sucks to watch, like you've been saying, one of your childhood, like,
Yeah.
people just pass away.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Whew. And yeah, we're gonna get off that because I'm not doing a sad show with you
All right.
guys.
Anyway,
How about
Anyway,
Drake?
Wiener.
How about Drake's dick?
Disrespectful as fuck.
There's no way he knew. He has no idea
First
who Toby
off,
Keith
everybody
is.
knows who the fuck Toby Keith is. Can you just release your nudes
on a different day,
on a different day?
please.
But like you said,
Also,
But he was carrying a prized hog. So
I just want to know what goes through someone's mind at that level of fame. That's like, you know what? Today's the day.
Do you know
Well,
he laughed? He laughed. So apparently he like sent a text to somebody. It's just, don't quote me. This is what I read. He sent a text to somebody. Yeah, go ahead, look it up. I don't
I'm
know.
not. I was looking at something else.
Oh,
You got something in your mustache. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
If
I
you
was
see
wondering
something
what
in my
that was.
mustache, please let me know.
I was wondering what that was, but I didn't want
It
to
was,
say anything.
Well, I
It
didn't
was
want to bring
this.
it up like this, so I just thought
Hey,
I'd
you
tell
got
you.
shit in your stash.
Way more awkward and better if you do it like this. It'd make fun of me.
I didn't know. I thought it was a
it
birthmark.
was-
Oh no, I knew it was that because you got it right after
It's
you
my
were drinking.
phone.
I was like, man.
I was just gonna let it ride.
Oh, so all of you, besides for Ireland, the three of y'all can go fuck yourselves.
I thought it was
Because
a
here's my
birthmark
thing.
in your beard.
No, because here's my
what the fuck is
hell?
on the front of my? How much
No.
did you drink?
Because here's my thing. My mama always told me, if you were gonna tell someone about their appearance,
You text him.
no, it better be. It better be something they can change immediately.
Oh, that's good.
So it can't
God.
be like you got a big nose. Because what are you gonna do about it? All right, I know that I have a big nose, right?
On
Yeah.
Right. So like, what do you do? But like, if their fly's undone, if they have something in their
Yeah.
teeth, if they have something in their nose, like
Yeah.
if they can fix it immediately, you can tell them. But if they cannot, don't mention it.
That is
And so
a
I've always,
really
like-
fu- I've
That's
never
good.
heard that
Yeah,
before.
my mom always said that she was like, Ireland, you can't say something about like if they can't fix it immediately, like what are they gonna do?
They're
Like
gonna be self-conscious about it the
right,
rest of the fucking
and then
day.
they're only gonna think about that, and it's partly because I know that I have a big nose.
You do not have a big nose.
Yes, I do, and let me tell you why I know this.
You do not, bitch. I have a big nose.
You
No,
don't
no.
have a fucking big nose either.
He's lying to
My
us.
fucking nostrils go from left ear to right ear. I don't want to fucking hear that y'all have a big nose.
Okay, but I think your nose
Do they
looks normal.
flare? Can you flare your nose?
Yeah, of course.
Probably. Can
No. Flare your nostrils.
I? I don't know. How you do that? I don't know what I'm doing.
I was
over
just
here.
doing it in one of the cameras. Anyway,
I feel like I was just raising my eyebrows the whole time.
no, you like
You're like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know how to do it, but like if they got a mole on their face that's like huge, you're not gonna be like, hey, that mole is ugly. Like,
yeah.
like you know what I mean?
that
It's got to be
fucking shit
something.
on your face.
It's funny you
So
say
I'll
that.
tell anyone if
I
they've got
have,
something on
I
their
have
face.
one on my neck. I have a mole that's been right here my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
And as a kid, it got brought up like friends fucking around or just somebody being a dickhead
Yeah.
pointing it out or whatever. I don't notice it anymore because it's been there my whole life. But that shit used to eat me the fuck
No,
up.
I've got one, and it's
I
not
got
even.
one on my back.
It's not even big.
Oh, I've got Mount Vesuvius on my fucking back.
It's
It looks. I'm telling you, there is something on my
you
back.
should get it checked out. You should go to the
You should
dermatologist.
yeah.
probably go to the dermatologist.
Yeah, I'm not because I know what they're gonna say.
Well,
They're gonna
okay,
like,
wait,
this
the one
isn't
on-
healthy.
The one on my back, it's on my lower back, and I've had it my whole life. They literally, I've had 2 dermatologists. They say, you can't cut that out. We can't cut it off. It's not cancerous, but we can't cut it off because there's a huge blood vessel that goes through. I said, cool, I'll just go fuck myself.
I'm pretty sure it's like people building houses on mine back there.
Fucking
I had
army.
one
Huge.
as
Is
a
that what the
kid.
boom was earlier?
What?
You have a boob? You have a third boob?
Boom.
I wish I had 2. I obviously have man tits. No, the boom. Whenever the dynamite went off earlier,
Oh.
scared
This is
the
a
fuck
fucking
out
mall.
of us. That was rough.
Y'all are ridiculous.
And what were you saying?
I was saying I had one on the back of my head when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it used to get caught in my hairbrush. And I remember telling
my
my
God, I
mom.
would scream.
Oh my gosh. I remember telling my mom, I was like, I was probably in 3rd grade. They took me to the doctor. The doctor was like, we have to take it off immediately. Like
Scrape that bitch
Like,
off.
no. They had to take me from the dermatologist to Vanderbilt to get it like removed because it was so deep into my head. And they like stitched it. I got blue stitches. I don't know why they let me pick the color, but I got blue stitches. Like they're picking braces colors or something. And they let me keep it. I have it in a little orange
That's fucking
orange thing.
sick.
Yeah, I kept
What is
it.
it?
It's at my mom's house somewhere.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay, we're gonna have to change this song because my ADHD. I'm not medicated today.
Do
We
what?
cannot with this song.
You can't listen to it into the show?
No, this song.
The Mockingbird song?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hear something
that's
that's
my
really
song.
embarrassing about something on your head? When I was in elementary school,
That's fucking sick though.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
disgusting.
What the fuck?
When I was in elementary school, you know how they do like the lice check sometimes? We had a kid who got like lice in our class, so everybody had to be checked. They sent me to like the nurse's office because they were like, they thought I had lice. It was not lice.
No.
We lived in the woods. I
It
had
was
like
ticks.
2 or 3 fucking massive ticks
I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
on the
it
back
was
of my
ticks.
head.
Yep.
And then this is what's really fucked up. I don't think I've ever told this story on the show. Because it was ticks, they thought that we were like super poor.
They called CPS.
They
on
called
y'all's
CPS.
parents.
Oh my god.
They called CPS because of
No.
ticks. And they came to the house and they were like, this isn't, trust me, I didn't grow up with any money, but we had just enough to
But
get
it wasn't
by.
like
Kids are
CPS
just playing
calling.
and
like-
fucking outside.
they're like, he plays outside. The motherfucker plays in the dirt all day, every day. He's going to get shit on him. And like our school was like, we think something's happening to him.
Because you had
Because
Oh
that
my
fucking
gosh.
ticks. If you'd have saw my mama, we do not have a good relationship. But she is one of those that if you mess with me or my sister,
Yeah.
she got fired the fuck
Yeah.
Yep.
up. And when that shit happened, I thought my mama was going to be in prison. Like I thought there was going to be some rough. She went to the school and was like, "How
That's the
fucking dare you?"
scariest thing. Well, that
When
was
your
I
mama
was
goes
growing-
to a
my
school,
dad, he was like,
ooh.
"Don't make me come up to school." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh no, I loved when my parents came to the school because
No,
I
I
was
did not.
such a little like, I was a goody in school in like elementary, middle school, but I also was so justice minded that if I got in trouble, my parents knew it probably wasn't my fault and something probably happened to make me act out that way.
I mean, yeah,
Like-
I feel the same way.
My
but-
dad got me kicked out my senior year.
No,
See,
my
and I
parents,
didn't
I
use
was
dad.
the same way, but my dad was like, if you ever get in a fight, he goes, and you get your ass, he's like, don't you ever hit first. He's
Don't
like,
you ever start it but finish it?
Yes, he
Yep.
goes, and if you get your ass beat, he was like, I'm gonna beat your ass at the school and when you get home.
know
I'm
the
like,
only-
okay.
You know the only parents that say that though are the ones that's never been hit in the face first. The ones that if they start it,
My
you
dad
finish
scraps.
Yeah, my
I'm
dad's
saying,
scrappy.
Yeah, your dad probably threw the fucking first punch. I know mine did.
Oh my
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad would fuck you up.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
for instance, when I was in middle school, I was probably in 6th grade. It was the first year we got lockers, and so this boy came up to my locker and he put his hand in the inside of my locker to like talk to me, so I couldn't close it. And I was like, "Hey, I gotta go to class, like whatever."
Shove his hand in there.
Oh. So I was like leaving, took it to class, couldn't lock it. I stood up because I had a bottom locker, and he slapped me on the butt, and I was like, "Oh, brother, wrong one." So he still has his hand in the door, so I close it, and I kicked it shut so it would latch, and then I twisted the lock so that it couldn't come undone. And I was like, say you're sorry. And he was like, no. And I was like, all right, whatever. Went to class, left him there, screaming, like his hand stuck in the locker door, screaming, like the whole knuckle, everything. My teacher was like, what the hell happened? And I was like, well, he hit me. And so I slammed his hand in the locker door. And so they obviously called my parents, his parents, the fire department came, like the jaws of life had to break it open. It was a whole big thing.
The jaws, that's excessive.
Yeah, it's because they couldn't get the latch undone because his hand was jammed in there. So
It was wedged.
It was
I-
wedged
Fucked
in there.
up.
Yeah.
So like couldn't get it undone. So they like had to pry it open, and he's crying in the office. My dad's there, his mom is there, and his mom is like screaming at him for hitting me, like just going at him. The principal's yelling at me for hitting his hand in the locker. My dad is like, she didn't do anything wrong. Like
Yeah.
he started it. Like he hit her first. That's technically sexual assault. Like technically, they're in 6th grade, but like
Yeah.
if we're really gonna go down this road, everybody's yelling at everybody. And I remember my dad looking at the principal being like, do you want to take this that far? Do you
Oh my God, so I'm
really
getting
want to take
PTSD
this
from
that
my
far?
dad when he comes
Like
out of school.
just watching your dad look at a principal and be like, really? you really want to go down this road with me, knowing
'cause
that
your
my
dad's
dad
like,
would have
"I'm
gone
gonna
all
whoop
the
your
way.
ass in the parking
Literally.
lot."
Or like the year that my mom reached over the table at a parent teacher conference and grabbed a teacher by the collar of her shirt and was like, "You
God.
listen to me." And I was like,
You have a very
ha-
aggressive family.
No,
Well, no,
same.
it's-
I'm having
it's not even-
I'm having flashbacks.
well, it's not even that they're aggressive. It's that my parents are very like you're my kids. Like those are my kids. Like you are
well, yeah,
mine.
but they don't take
Yeah.
no bullshit.
Yeah, it's like no, like they don't care about anything else that happens, but like don't bother my mom's kids. Do not do it because my mom will go
See, I-
full mama bear.
I didn't understand it, and I guess like neither one of y'all are parents yet.
Yeah,
I didn't understand it until
Neither one of our parents what?
y'all neither one. Well,
neither,
neither one of y'all
one
have
of her
kids.
parents. We don't have children.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand what it was like until you have a kid. How protective, like when you see like the funny shit on social media where somebody's like, "I'll punch a kid." When your kid actually gets upset at another kid for them being a little asshole, you realize that you will trip a little motherfucker while they're walking down the hallway. I didn't understand
If I
it.
can't beat your kid's ass, I'm coming for your parents.
Yeah.
I'm doing some fucked up shit
Like
to you.
I don't have kids, but I have two little brothers.
Yeah.
And my youngest brother, like I think he hung the moon. I think he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's the greatest. If I find out that like somebody's being when he was in high school, like middle school, high school, if I found out someone was like being kind of mean to him, saying something, oh, I was like, I'm not I was I'm not 18 yet. I can't go to jail, and I'd be in there causing all sorts of problems with teammates, like parents. I mean, like, what are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna do? Like, and he was like, you can't act like this, and I'm like,
you
but I
can.
can, but I
Yeah, you
can
can.
because when you have beef with somebody, now I have beef with some 8th grader named Michael, like.
Fuck Michael.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I know. Trust me. I get it. Gracie,
All of a sudden, I got problems with some kid in the 8th grade.
Gracie's in 6th grade, and some little asshole says something about her nose. She does not have a big nose whatsoever. I don't know if you ever seen Gracie. I'm probably being like playing
I'ma look
favorites
it
or
up.
whatever.
But
like Gracie's
still.
beautiful. Like I don't know how me and her mom made her, but she is a beautiful little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to convince her like these little boys, they're gonna pick out something stupid.
Oh,
They're probably
yeah.
flirting with you
Always.
or whatever.
They always
But
will.
I was like, Gracie, your nose isn't big. But then I had to see the little boy the next day, like at field day or wherever the fuck it was.
Like trip his ass.
And that's all I could think about the whole time. She shouldn't have pointed him out to me because I literally was like, if he goes to the bathroom and I go in the bathroom with him, if I fucking
She's
get him-
beautiful. What the
Gracie's beautiful. My daughter's beautiful. Like
Zoom
I'm
into
not.
that.
Yeah. Like G's a pretty girl. But like,
She is. Oh my
She ain't got a big
God.
nose.
yeah. Which picture are you showing?
This one.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
What's this little boy's name? 'Cause
y'all-
we'll go. We'll
what's
go to
crazy-
school.
Let me find
What's
out.
crazy is you and her.
Let me find out.
She reminds me so much of you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not bad. I want her to be like how both of y'all are, like badass women. I don't want her.
was
Like
to,
the
mean in school.
like take
I
no
was-
Well,
shit.
that's how
I
my
was
dad
too.
raised me though. My dad was like, he's like, don't you ever cry over somebody making fun of you.
Oh, never.
Never.
Well, Gracie's more the type. She's tenderhearted. She's literally just like me. I'm the type of person, if we got into it, or like me and a dude got into it, never a woman, I'm gonna, like, if it gets to that point, I ain't scared to throw hands. I don't want to. I'm too old for that shit. But if we got to that point, whatever. But you also can hurt my feelings, like fucking this. And I deal with it better now as an adult than I did as a kid. But she's real tenderhearted. So when you see her get upset about that stuff,
Yeah.
it sucks. Make you want to beat the fuck out of a kid.
Man, I guess we're going to lunch at Gracie's school.
I hope y'all
I guess
do.
we got to go.
We're bringing her lunch.
We're
Bring her
bringing her
lunch.
lunch.
we
What she
don't.
Point
want?
him out, Gracie.
We're going. Let us know.
She'll want chicken tenders.
Perfect.
That's it.
Chick-fil-A? Because we're in.
Oh yeah, that's
All
a
right.
white bitch.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
I thought-
I'll
little
pay
girl
one of
loves
her
Chick-fil-A.
classmates, one of the, them little bad kids who don't care about getting in trouble. I'm gonna be like, go fuck him up.
That's fire. I'm telling you this. But like, I'm glad that y'all were raised that way though, and
Yeah.
I hope Gracie turns out to be like that. Like a lot of people think that when a woman's strong or she stands up for herself, she's a bitch. And I don't think it. I honestly don't think if you are
I'm
technically a
glad
bitch,
you
it's
said
a bad
that though,
thing.
because it is true.
It's not a bad thing. It's just like you don't let anybody walk over you.
No,
And
never.
This is another thing when you be like being a girl dad. I never looked at shit the way I do now that I used to before I had a daughter. And you realize, like even that boy slapping you on the ass, I might have been that boy growing up because I didn't know it was wrong. The older you get, and we're like, oh, that was stupid. He shouldn't have fucking done
I
it.
would have done
Yeah.
the same thing. I was slamming
All
his
right.
damn hand. in the
I was
locker.
pissed.
And
And
my
then-
dad would have literally taken me out to dinner that night.
Oh, I didn't get in trouble at all. I never got in
Yeah.
trouble. Like if I got in trouble at school, I guarantee you, I got home and my mom was like, whatever.
But that's cool that when he did it though, you wasn't scared to stand up. I don't think there's enough women out there
I think it
that
also
do it.
I think it also comes from I have 3 brothers. So I have an
Yeah.
older brother and 2 younger brothers that like I didn't take shit from them when we were kids. Like if they picked on me, I was picking back. If they, if we started to fight, we were going to fight. Like I was not going to back down from some boy. Like even now as an adult, I'm the girl in our friend group that like if a guy talks to our friend group too long or I can clearly see somebody's uncomfortable,
Me.
you better believe my mouth is getting opened
Yeah,
and
they're
you're
like,
going to have a
"Here
problem.
comes
That is fire.
Caroline." Like, no.
Yeah, like my best friend Sydney, if something happens, she'll be like, "No, it's okay, Ireland. Like it's okay.
Like,
Like
it
I'm
ain't,
fine." And I'm like, "It's
bitch.
not
know-
okay.
It's
Hold
not.
on."
The only time I've met that girl with you was at the last Live Oak show that we did.
Oh, yeah.
And you were sitting there looking like an Ethiopian kid because you were starving.
I was starving,
And
and,
then-
I was all bruised up.
Yeah,
and-
and,
yeah, I remember.
and then she comes in there, and I think she had like all black on, like
Uh-huh.
tits poking out, and all this kind of stuff. And you know what it looked like?
I know.
It was so funny.
I know.
It looked like she was dominating you.
Yeah.
Like she was your dominatrix.
Yep.
Like it was
God.
fucking. I don't know if anybody else. Like it, I got a fucked up head. Anyway.
I told her,
Well,
I was
couldn't
like,
see
I was
your
like,
friend,
there,
but
I was
saw
like,
you and they were like, "Who is that?" I was like, "Oh, I think that's Ireland or whatever." I was like, "She fights. Don't look at her. Don't
And
look
that's
at
her
her."
mistress that just. beat
well,
the
I
shit out
told
of
her, I was like, with me coming in here with like a black eye and a bruised nose and like cuts on my face, they're gonna think that we're dating and that you beat me
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, there is nobody, and I don't know Christina's relationship. Before I say this, don't nobody fight worse than lesbians. There ain't.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Alright.
but that's the truth.
There ain't
Yeah, that is the
no
truth.
fucking body. I
the
don't care
truth.
who you are, because you look across and you say, "Oh, okay, bitch, let's go."
That's true.
All right,
Yeah.
the gay guys they don't do that because they're sensitive.
Okay, unless you're Brady Riley.
I love
Brady.
Brady.
Oh.
I hugged Brady last
He
night.
okay. He just texted me actually, but no, that he will scrap, and I've seen it.
But you
He
can
will
see
fuck
like Brady.
somebody up.
You know what I love about Brady though, because I love the fact that he's not scared at all to
No.
be his fucking self.
And he's one of my
And,
best
and
friends.
he's
I love
cool.
him.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that, and I love that community. We got a big following from that community that listen to the
Yeah.
show. And like, I just like people that are unapologetically themselves. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care how you do it. Don't try to shove something in my face if I don't believe it. But with that community, I just want people to be happy. I want everybody to be happy.
Exactly.
Like, and he is one of those that every time he sees me, he's so fucking nice. Like, I just love people that are like that. And he don't shove it down your throat is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's one of a kind. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I love how he's unapologetically
Yeah.
himself. But I mean, no, if you piss him off,
I wouldn't want to fight
he
him.
will.
I think me, you, and Brady in a room, and somebody just like messes with one person.
Brady-
I think we're all going to jail.
Brady will beat the shit out of a grown ass man. I swear to God.
bet.
Like
Oh, I bet he will.
he's scary though. That's the thing, and like that's what I love about him too, because he's just like, you know what, like just because I wear makeup, like I
Yeah.
will whoop your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all don't want to fuck with Brady.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's who you want on your team.
Oh yeah, he's the
Like
best.
you want the unsuspecting scrappy people on your team
know,
because
nobody thinks
you're
my
gonna look
skinny
at
ass
us.
I don't know.
do that.
Yeah.
The older you get, you don't. Like, it's not that you don't want them on your team, but you like people that just divert bullshit by just their appearance. I can't deal with it no more. I'm glad that, like, I know I'm not an intimidating person, but I also don't look like I'm the nicest person when I go out either.
See,
You're a little intimidating if you don't
You're-
know you.
If you don't
Yeah.
know you, I would say you're intimidating. But
You
I
are.
I get that. Like I'm not the most intimidating, but
Yeah.
if you put me in a group of like 6 other girls who are dressing up to go to Broadway,
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm
you're
definitely the most
intimidating, yeah.
intimidating one. And I'm like, no one's gonna bother me. Nobody's coming up to me. You're not talking to me, and you're not gonna bother me on the sidewalk
Yeah.
because I'm just not
Exactly.
it.
I would just
Which is fine by me. I like it. I don't want to be
You
bothered.
should.
I don't need to be bothered.
Well, it just keeps away all the bullshit.
yeah.
The unwanted I am the fuck. I know I do this for a living.
Yeah.
But I'm socially fucking awkward until I get drunk. And then I'm a
Oh,
butterfly.
I don't think that.
I am. I'm so in my head and so like I stay stuck in my head about the dumbest shit. I will rethink when we do the Live Oak shows or anything.
Yeah.
I will rethink stuff that I've said on stage a million times. I'm not out to hurt anybody's feelings,
Yeah.
but I also like there's
I get
such
that.
a fine line with what I do. You have to be real. I don't want to ever come off being insulting or disrespectful. Like one of the things I
Right.
pride myself on with the show is I can sit down with somebody that has a completely different view of life than me. And as long as you show me respect, I'm going to show respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is I view everybody the same. So if I'm talking, I like talking shit to everybody. That's like my love language. And there's not a lot of people, if you don't know me and we start connecting or whatever, and I start roasting you or I start talking shit to you, you don't realize like that's the only way I know how to be nice to you.
Yeah.
You have to worry about if I don't talk to you, because that means I can't stand your ass.
I'm not gonna lie, me and Tawny at that podcast, we were like, okay, is he like gonna fire us or like what is he gonna do?
Oh, no. Well, first off,
Because he got a little quiet and we were like, hey, like we doing okay in here? Like, yeah. And then you made a joke and I was like, I'm gonna go fuck myself. Okay. I was like,
it's fine.
And Tawny goes, so like Josh said this, like should we be worried? I go, I'm assuming no.
no, y'all did great. Well, here's the thing with doing those live shows, though. The thing with doing the
okay.
live shows, it's a lot harder than what people realize. Just for the fact, you almost have to put a wall up between you and the audience.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to be entertaining, but you're not making that show for the people that are there.
Right. They're
You're
just-
making it for the thousands of listeners.
Right.
And the thing is, you forget that sometimes because if somebody doesn't laugh, somebody doesn't applaud, or somebody doesn't, like, you don't get crowd reaction.
Yep.
It it throws you off.
It does. It fucks with me.
Yeah.
But I don't get. I mean, I'm used to like public speaking and all that shit, but the crowd reaction is what gets me.
Well, I love public speaking,
I do
but
too, but
it's like you don't know. Like, there's people. If you were going to a comedy show,
yeah.
you know you're going to a comedy show. There's people, you buy a ticket, whatever, you know you're going in there to laugh, and you know that some stuff that comedian's going to say is probably going to be offensive, but it's literally a joke.
Right.
You're going to a fucking comedy
Right.
show. When you come there, you got people that are just wanting to hear music. You got people that are bringing their kids in there. You got old people that are coming in off the street just to get a fucking cheeseburger. But
Fuck them kids.
yeah,
Just kidding.
but when you look out and you see people, that's not your normal audience. You're fucking stupid, boy. When you see people that's not your
I don't know
normal
why that
audience
just-
sitting there, it kind of it makes you like, damn, I don't want to hurt these people's feelings. Or I don't want them to be mad. It looks bad if they go up to Hasten or somebody and complain.
I'm sorry, old man River. Take your ass home.
Yeah.
Well, when we did it, my mom was sitting in there and my little
Hell
brother.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh God, I'm sorry.
and I was on there with SJ. It was the one we did with
that's-
SJ.
Yeah.
You do wait wait.
What's
Same SJ,
it?
the OnlyFans SJ.
Yes. So I'm sitting next to her. I'm
Your little brother was in
my
there?
little
Yeah.
my little brother is in there.
Jesus Christ.
My mom is in there, and I'm sitting next to SJ. And
I love her, by the way.
I
but
love
still,
her. We
I
talk
love
on Instagram
her.
all the time.
She's cool. She's been
But
around us
I
a lot.
love her.
Every time she would talk, and then I would say something, and then I would laugh or agree, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my little brother's gonna go home and,
And
look
it's
up
like
this
dark
girl."
out there, and you're like, can't see the reaction.
And I
like,
can't see, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what is my mom thinking? Is she even paying attention?" When we were done with that, and I got off stage, I walked over to see my mom, and she goes, "I didn't hear anything." She was like, "I had a drink, and I got a snack, and did it," and I was like, "Perfect."
Good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But all I could think the entire time was, oh my gosh, my mom is out there. My mom is out there. And what if she's going to be like, who are you hanging out
My
with?
father
Yeah.
heard me talking like this. My father doesn't even know that I started Broadway Girls. My mom does. She goes, "What are you doing? You just talking about wieners on the internet?" I go, "Yeah."
They didn't
basically.
suck at them
Yeah.
on there.
That is true.
It
True.
is. It is.
That's true.
Well, and like one of the problems is, and I love SJ. I love Tawny. Tawny's one
No,
of my
I love
fucking
SJ
favorite.
and I love Tawny too.
Tawny's one of my favorite people. The show that me and her did, From Mormon to Mommy, is one of my favorite fucking
wild.
episodes.
Amazing.
She's just so fucking cool. I love her.
is.
And they're not like this. SJ and Tawny can both talk about other subjects.
Yeah.
yeah.
The problem with some of the people that we work with when we take them in public to do stuff, they don't know how to turn off the character that they do online with sex.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, look, I love y'all.
Yeah.
We can't talk about sex in public, not really, in certain crowds. And like, you can't do it the whole time. Like, not
Right.
everything needs to be a sexual innuendo joke.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be able to do something else. Like, you got to be able to talk about fucking something else besides
Besides your
butthole.
puss.
Yeah.
True.
I'm glad you said puss.
Puss.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
But y'all did great. Y'all did not do bad at all.
My voice was so gone. I was so sick when that happened, though. I really was.
Well, it's even like, I'm going to start, like tomorrow when we do the show, I'm not doing the first hour on stage like we normally do.
Okay, I was about to say I was kind of hoping you would like do it, maybe
Well-
like later in the evening because I feel like that's when the
No.
best commentary comes. Like when Justin, commentary with Justin Andrews and all
It's
that
good.
shit, that would have been fucking hilarious.
Well, the problem with it is though, I'm so artist friendly. I don't want to take away from the person who's putting their hard work on stage
Right.
and coming
Of
and taking time
course.
away from their schedule to do it. So the first hour of the show, I think in March we'll probably do something different. We've done it so long now that I'm still fine tuning it because I haven't found the right formula for the podcast on the show. Like when me and Ireland first met and we did Raise Rowdy, I love them to death. They're two of my favoriteest people.
Yeah,
I
I
would do
love
anything in the world for Nikki or Burrell at any point in time.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing comedy the whole time, like stand-up comedy type shit, talking to a bar is hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Difficult.
yeah.
Very difficult.
You made it easy, and that's where I was like, okay, she's good. She's really good at banner. We didn't talk about Raised Rowdy besides for just being up there with Nikki and Burrell.
Yeah.
We literally talked about, well, I don't even know. I think it was
Wild. Like,
dick pics or something that
Yeah.
fucking came up like right out the bag.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's cool. Like that's entertaining. Like the people that were listening,
it was funny.
they were cool
Yeah.
with it. And I'm not knocking anybody when I say this because it's hard. When me and her got off stage, the next two guys that got up, they didn't. It was an interview, and
Yeah.
it was great for what Raised Rowdy does. But like it was bland, and I don't like to do bland.
Yeah.
Like, and it was really hard. Well, looking back at it, I think me and you did a very
Killed
good
it.
job.
I think a lot of it comes with being on stage one.
Yeah.
It is hard to talk to a bar, like,
Yeah.
because bar crowds, like you said, like it's kind of a mix of like everybody. Like
Yeah.
there were people I talked to a couple that night because that was the night we had talked about all the UFC stuff that I had been doing.
Yeah.
And that was this couple. They were like, "Oh, our son is involved, and here's his number, and this and that." And I was like, "Oh, what? Like, did y'all come to see somebody? Do y'all know somebody?" They're like, "No, we're staying at
Stumbled
the
in.
hotel just down the street and just wandered in for a sandwich."
Yeah,
and
you never know who you're gonna get.
So like
there.
Yeah.
the bar crowds are weird because they don't even know why they're there, and then all of a sudden you've got these random strangers on stage just chit chatting. So you've got to somehow make it entertaining for everybody, and you can't just talk about sing a song or whatever because not everybody even understands that side of things.
What I think I'm going to do is what we did originally. But I'm going to fine tune it to where we used to, when we came up here before we started doing Live Oak shows, like a year and a half ago or something, we would get an Airbnb and we'd get it to where it was a house away from people. And it would be where we would do a big ass group show. But it would turn into a writer's round, but it was comedy, it was drinking, it was bullshitting. It was very, very entertaining. So I think I'm going to go back to that the night before from now on.
That would
and,
be fun.
I
And
think that-
then,
yeah, I think that'll
and
be
then
good.
drop that episode the next morning to help get more people to come into Live Oak, and then just do a writer's round.
Yeah, with who was on the night before.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go because you cannot find a groove doing the podcast right. Like I don't know if y'all watch Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, I love Kill Tony. If they were to add I think he probably had to fine tune it being on stage with the comedians and everything. You have to work through it. And like what I want to do, I love Raise Rowdy and them so much, but I want when you come to a Raising Grace show, a Josh Trade podcast, I want it to be different. Not
Yeah.
better or worse, but I want it to be different.
Yeah,
I
makes
want-
sense. Like, I think being on stage and you've been on the stage for Raising Grace rounds, like, it is hard to talk in between their songs, and like, it is hard that first hour to like, kind of do a show, but then also have people on stage and like,
Well,
it's just difficult to navigate
Yeah.
from rather sitting in this kind of setting
Yeah.
to then sitting on that kind of stage.
well, it's almost like it needs to be more of an interview.
Yeah,
And actually paying attention to the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine there's been artists over the past year that have thought it's kind of disrespectful that I'm sitting here.
talking
And-
while they're doing all that.
Yeah,
shit.
like I don't
Yeah.
say I don't like that because that's not what we're out to do.
Yeah.
Like,
right. No, I get that.
My whole goal with having people involved with it was this. There's so many people that you guys know that I know that are so fucking talented that suck at social media or they haven't caught a break yet.
Yeah.
I wanted to take people that had followings, that were entertaining, that were good people, and I wanted to mix them with the artists that need a break, that
Yeah.
just need exposure. And like even like when y'all were sitting there and y'all were recording them and putting it on Instagram, that's fucking great. Because more than likely, if you got an artist that nobody knows, you and Tawny are going to get way more views on whatever you post on Instagram than then. But hopefully, by tagging them in that kind of stuff,
Right.
people go follow them and everything. Like, it works good for everybody. And that was the original concept of it. It just kind of spiraled to where, hey, we want you to do this on stage.
It's a great concept.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
love
a-
the concept of it.
Which I think would be fun, like the night before, having people come in, even to an Airbnb like this.
Yeah.
Like, you pack this thing with whoever's on the round.
yeah, I think
you
that
get
would be
like,
badass.
Yeah.
like you get us back in here, and like all the other girls, like I not just us, but like
No,
the other
no, I
girls
think-
that are
I mean,
involved,
yeah.
and like there's so much content to be made, and like things to talk about, and then going in and doing around, so fun.
Y'all haven't seen the best thing that we do, though, when we come to Nashville.
Oh, no.
David's the only one
You show your butthole.
all the time. It's I usually
Hey,
I'm
you can
balls
win
guy.
money over at Deja Vu or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
they do
you
it.
can.
They do
For
that.
what?
They
The
do that butthole
contest.
contest
Oh no, I don't want to see. No,
The
no.
prettiest butthole.
in
Oh, I would
Nashville.
definitely lose.
Show your chili ring at Deja Vu for
Absolutely
500
not.
bucks.
I think it's 1,000 now. I think it's 1,000.
Maybe
It's 1,000. I'm showing my butthole.
I
Let's
might
go.
put my
If it's
asshole out there.
1,000, we
I'm like, I'm
might.
trying to pay my rent. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. But usually about one night out of every time we're up here for a week, once a month recording. One night at least, besides this trip, we have a night to where at the end of it, there's probably 20 musicians or 20, 30 people that come back. Everybody's sitting around picking, playing guitar. It's social media person. It's just our buddies.
Yeah.
It's just everybody having a good time. And there are people that literally tell us when we come to town, if y'all do this, please let us the fuck know because it's so much fun. And you'll end up staying up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, which is horrible.
Oh yeah.
But you are laughing, you are
Yeah.
crying, you are just having the fucking best. And I got to figure out a way to take that to the listener, like to let they experience that. But y'all know better than anybody. We say a lot of fucked up shit about that time a night, so it's almost like if we did do it the way I want to do it, somebody's actually got to put in a little work and effort in editing, and somebody paying attention because it's not going to be me. I better be the drunkest of all. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
we're gonna need somebody to be like, hey, you gotta.
You got it, yeah. Because there's a lot of bad jokes to get told.
But
Well,
those are real funny.
I
Oh,
know.
God, we love
I
'em.
mean, yeah, I think if you're just doing it as like a live thing with all
Yeah.
those people there, yeah, you're gonna have to like go back through it and just edit out some of
Yeah.
that shit. But also, if you don't want to, like, if you're a fucking pussy, don't listen.
Yeah.
Don't listen.
Yeah, but there's a fine line. I mean, there is
I mean, yes, there is a
I-
fine line, but like,
because I'm all about however you feel, however you believe, you got just as much right to say it as
Yes,
the
of
next person.
course.
But you can't be a fucking bigot. You can't.
okay,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
completely agree. But no, I meant like in the sensitive way of like, for example, me saying wiener holes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that clutches pearls. Like, are you
Yeah.
okay? Just don't listen.
Yeah, and like sadly, the day and age we live in, there's too many sensitive ass people.
Yeah.
There is.
And I don't believe in getting canceled. Like, I think you can get your media, social media deleted. I don't think you can get canceled anymore. I think that you've built a fan base. Listen, I'm telling you, you can build a fan base that if they believe in you so much, the next time you start a page or whatever, they're still gonna listen. But as far as like social media goes now, that'll make you look fucking horrible. But not everybody's gonna like you. I know there's a whole section of the world that does not like me,
Same.
and they're
And I ain't
never
worried
gonna
about
like
it.
me. It does
Fucking
not.
Oh well.
It-
Oh well.
But
Not
what you
everybody's
Y'all don't pay my bills.
but what you do is you dive in. Like, as long as you're being authentic,
Yeah.
you dive into the people that love you and why they like you. Like, and you just keep being yourself, and then they're going to spread it word of mouth to their friends that are just like it. That's fine. Those people are always going to support you. That other
Yeah.
side, they're never. You could do whatever.
I mean, hell, I'm from the Bible Belt. Like I said, my dad doesn't even know I do this. Like, started Broadway Girls or did any of that stuff. And like, my mom at first, she was just like, Caroline, you're just gonna talk about like soft porn on the internet. I'm like, I'm not talking about soft porn, Mom. I'm like, just because I said wiener holes doesn't mean that I'm doing porn. I'm like,
Wiener
first
holes.
off, but no, I come from the Bible Belt of Texas, and if like anybody heard half the shit that I was saying, they'd be like, "Oh my god,
Oh.
I had to get over
you're
that.
condemned. Like you can't go to heaven because of that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, it's not about you; it's about me."
Yeah, I had to get over that. And somebody told me something really smart one time. You don't make, if you're working in social media or music, whatever, you don't make the content or your art for the people that you grew up with.
Oh fuck
You
no.
you can't.
You can't.
Yeah, fuck no.
Like, my buddies, we buried one of my best friends, his granddaddy last week, and it's been a long time coming. But love you, Pa Jim. But even going back home for that, there's people that were like, saw some stuff you've done. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's like, okay.
Cool. Me
don't-
too. I
I
saw it
don't-
too.
I'm
don't
like, I'd
care.
rather paint a house with a fucking Q-tip than move back to my hometown.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me.
I hate going to mine. Like, I live in a one town over. I'm fixing to move. But I hate going there because it does not matter what you do. Those people are miserable anyway. Not
I'm
not
like,
all
you're gonna
of,
die there. Okay?
yeah, not
like,
all
get
of,
over
I
it.
shouldn't say they're just miserable.
They are.
They want to be doing something else, but they never took a chance on themselves. They never gambled. They never took a leap of faith and moved. And like when they see people that do, it drives them crazy to where they could agree with everything that you say. They will never. No, your hometown never shows up and supports you.
No,
Yeah.
and
no
I
matter
think
what the fuck you do.
And I think part of it is like, so I was born in Nashville. So first of all, this is my hometown, which is
Yeah.
Oh.
I would
unfortunate.
have fucking died by now.
Well, it's not for the weak, that's for sure.
100%.
But growing up, I went to school in Spring Hill, so like
Yeah.
30 minutes south. But
Yeah.
all of those kids that I grew up with, like, and good on them. I'm still really good friends with some of the kids I went to high school with. They're married and have babies, and like they're living their best little life, and that's totally cool and that's great for them. However, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And I'll do stuff every once in a while. Like, for instance, my fight last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was now, I was looking at my story views, which I never look at until I post something real interesting. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what
I
I
know y'all are
do.
talking about me. I want to know. And this girl, when I got canceled in 2020 and like the whole Dr. Phil thing like came out and like went real south.
Do what?
You were on fucking Dr. Phil?
Have we not talked
Did
about
you not
this?
know about that?
What?
No, I have no idea.
I
about
gotta
what-
take a drink.
Oh my
I have no
gosh.
idea what you're talking about.
I got canceled high
Are
key
you
in
the
2020.
You
Catch
were
Me
on
Outside
Dr.
girl?
Phil?
Let me tell you what happened.
She's the Catch Me Outside girl.
No, I've
How
specifically.
about that?
How about that? No. I, in 2020, made a joke about COVID right before COVID
Oh,
hit.
hell.
And people did not like it. And then ABC got a hold of it. And then the New York Post got a hold of it. And then Barstool. And then like Dr. Phil and Oprah and Ellen. And the whole world just had it.
What was the joke?
First off, you know Dave
First-
Portnoy didn't give a fuck.
First of all,
He is my hero.
First of
didn't
all,
give a
I was the
fuck.
face of TMZ for 4 days, and I knocked. I kid you not. I woke up I posted on a Tuesday afternoon. Thursday morning, I woke up to 200 missed phone calls from like friends of mine. And they were like,
Oh
"Do you see
my
what's happening online?" And I was like, "What are y'all
God.
talking about?" Opened up Snapchat, and you like go to the news.
Yeah.
It was just my face
Daily
on every
Mail right
single.
there,
I mean, it was on
Ireland.
all of them. And I was like, "What is happening?" And
What
it
did
was.
you fucking say?
I just said if I was gonna get COVID, that I would rather get it in quarantine in the Bahamas than do it in Nashville.
Oh,
and then
hell.
3 days later, I got COVID.
I don't even know how that's bad.
How
It's
is
not
that
bad.
It's
The
not
problem-
bad. It's
the-
just people are like, oh, no.
Because COVID, the problem was that every celebrity was locked away at this point, so they had no news to share. I was
Yeah.
it. Like that was it.
That's fucking funny. I'd have
So I have,
framed
like,
that
I have-
TMZ thing.
Oh, I have it all. I have it on a T-shirt. I have it on a T-shirt. I have it. Like
Oh, I swear to God,
shit.
I love
Look,
you.
can I buy one?
Yeah, I did
Yeah, girl, I
not.
got
I
one.
didn't know this.
so. On Thursday morning, I was looking and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I'm calling my mom because I'm in quarantine because I'm sick, and I was like, do you? And she goes, yep, I'm already on it. My mom was getting phone calls from neighbors. Our neighbor contacted the news and said that she knew me. So then the news was
Oh,
on our
what a
street.
bitch.
What a bitch. I was pissed.
I'd have shit on her doorstep.
Dude, I was pissed.
Well, now I love you too.
I would
So-
have taken a fat dump.
So she calls. People are calling my grandparents' house. Like they're like, well, we found out that your uncle does this, and so we got their phone number, and then they're calling. I have a
Would you go
voicemail.
through the fucking white pages? What are you
Dude,
doing?
I have a voicemail from Dr. Phil's people. I have voicemails from like people from like CNN and Fox News and
I'd have been like, call me back unless you have money.
oh dude, it was a whole big thing. And so when this all happened, this girl that I know that I had been friends with for years text me.
Those bitches.
And she said, and I will never forget it. She said, "Hey, I know that you're going through a really hard time right now. First of all, don't start it like that because the entire internet is eating me up. This one woman named Patricia DM'd me probably 6 times a day, and she was like, quit playing Russian roulette with our lives. You have
would
blood
send
on
her
your
dick
hands."
pics
And I
every
was like,
day.
bitch, this is not my fault.
Send her
Anyway.
pics of your dog's asshole.
Dude,
every
I
day.
was pissed. But this girl texted me that I knew, and she was like, I know that you're going through a rough time right now. Just the way you're portraying yourself on the internet is just like, I can't be associated with that. And so, like, we can't be friends. First of all, you and your 800 followers can fuck off.
Oop,
Second of all,
ate him up.
second of all, I don't need you. So that was like the end of that. I was like, I'm not even getting involved now. So like girls like that I know, or like the girl, like in high school, this girl called me the Duff of our friend group. And if you don't know what that is, that's the designated ugly fat friend.
What is the Duff?
The designated ugly fat friend.
I'd have been like, lick my asshole, bitch.
We watched the movie in high school. There's a movie called
Should
Duff.
have told her to
She
square
s-
up in front of the
She
school.
sat up at the movie and she goes, I wonder who the Duff is in our friend group. And she goes, it's probably Ireland.
If you didn't fight her right then and there,
I said,
and throw
first
her
of
down
all,
the- throw her down
first
the
of
hall.
all, I never mind.
There's no way you were the ugly friend.
Yeah, there's no.
There's
way.
Oh, I was
no-
not
You were
cute.
not
I
the
was
ugly
not
ugly
cute in high
fat
school.
friend.
I'm not
No,
trying to be
you
weird about
were.
it.
I
but
had-
there's
not
no
the ugly
fucking
Well,
way.
friend.
okay, hold on, y'all. I definitely had a
You
first.
were
No. I had pink hair and I had the back of my
So?
head shaved.
Who
I
gives
was,
a fuck?
and I had gauges. I was not doing well. It's
Okay,
okay.
it doesn't matter. You were not
Nah,
the
it's
ugly
Nah,
still,
I was not doing well.
Nah, it's still. There's no way you were the ugly friend.
So this girl,
Everybody went through an emo phase, okay?
yeah. So that girl's in my DMs all the time now. First of all, I don't follow
Why don't
her
you block her?
because I like her. I like to let her watch.
well, I got a great quote for that right there.
I like to
When
let him
when
watch.
it's fuck, I'm gonna mess it up because I got a buzz. He prepared a place for my enemies in the presence of me. No, I'm not gonna block them. They're gonna watch me eat.
Yeah,
He prepared a place at their table, whatever the fuck it is.
yeah.
Okay, I mean, I
want,
get that.
I want
Not
people
block.
to see.
Oh no, I do
See,
not block.
okay,
I
see,
want you
that
to
is the
watch.
okay, listen. That I just had a conversation about this. That is a toxic part in y'all for wanting people. They shouldn't have access to your life. To me,
No,
I
I
will
think they
my
have to see it.
block
Well,
list
see,
is
here's
a
my
mile
thing.
long.
Here's the thing. My block list is very big. Like I will block you. However, what I do is very like when boxing. That's very public.
Yeah.
I mean, I boxed in front of 11,000
Yeah.
people
Okay, yeah,
14
that's
days ago.
yeah.
You're gonna see it regardless if I block you or not. So what's the
Yeah.
point? But then I feel like if I block you, it's like you bothered me enough that I
That's
blocked
it.
you.
See, that's it.
See,
with
You
me.
will
that's
not.
the
You will
toxic
That's
never
it with
part
know.
in y'all.
You
No,
will
it's not
never-
toxic.
It's not
Yes,
toxic.
it-
I'll
to
tell
You will
you,
never
why,
know.
You know
You
why
will
it's
never
not
know.
toxic?
No, you're not gonna know that you
Because
bothered
they
me.
don't matter to me anyway. I'm oblivious to whatever the fuck they're doing.
Okay, no,
they're so
same.
obsessed that they've made something that should not be about them
Yeah.
about them.
Yep.
So if that's how you feel, you're gonna fucking watch me.
You're gonna
do
watch.
No,
everything.
and I get
Yep.
that, but I'm just. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't feel like you should have access, and not that you're bothering me. I just like, I personally
But
just
you
don't
know
want
what-
you to see my shit.
You know what happens though when you block them?
They make a fake account.
They're gonna make a
and
fake
the thing
account.
is I'd
and
rather them go to the links of making a fake account.
Oh no, I'll make it
to
easy for you.
creep
You can
on my
watch.
ass.
That's
Yeah.
fine. My favorite though is this one girl. She watches. She doesn't follow me.
I have
She-
a lot of fake accounts following
She
me.
watches my stuff more than anybody else I know.
What a
And then get this. She has somehow. I had a really good friend in high school who I'm no longer friends with, and this other girl who we didn't go to high school together. They have now become friends, and they are like.
Ew.
And first of all, y'all wouldn't
like-
know each other without me. Second of all, y'all have this little clique, and you do nothing but sit and talk about me, and I know it because I know when you're watching my stuff together because your names are back to back on all my stories. Girl, I know when you're
I know,
watching.
and you can
like,
see when people send your stories.
Yeah, and I'm
that's
like-
the fucking
I'm like,
greatest
do
part
y'all-
You
about
can
it.
see when people send your stories.
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
No, and do you
I'll
know?
show
Do
you
you know the
later.
best part? The best part is when somebody accidentally sends you your own story,
Oof.
and they're talking shit about you, and I'm like,
Yes.
huh.
No,
I've
you
never
can.
had that.
You
I
can
ain't never
literally.
had
Oh,
that
that
see
happens
when
to
people
me
send
all
your
the time.
Stories, and it's
For instance-
fucking hilarious.
For instance.
But wait, hold on a second. What did you said earlier that Ryan and y'all yesterday talked about, and Justin talked about dating in Nashville? Is that
Yeah.
what you said? Oh, what did they have to fucking say?
You probably have to go back and listen to it.
Did we talk about dating?
Yeah, we did a little bit. I think we really only talked about like we got onto the sex subject about how people are happier.
Yeah.
All right, so I know this is fucking weird, and this
It's
was
not
not
weird.
the subject I was wanting to go down with y'all, but you asked.
Oh Lord.
Well, I wanted to know what those motherfuckers had to say about
Well,
it.
it's hard. It's hard. Which Justin's happy. Ryan's happy. Like hell, we all are right now, I guess. But before that, it was where if you try to date somebody, like the older you get, the more you realize like what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And you used to think like if somebody was open about like what they like sexually,
Yeah.
that they were a fucking weird. The older you get though, the more you realize, hey, this person's willing to have a conversation with you about what they like. That's why they're open. And it kind of just snowballed from there to where those people are normally the happiest people. The ones that are willing to say, hey, this is what I'm into, this is what I like, all this kind of shit. We were drinking heavily. So I don't know how it even got to that point. But that's kind of, I really think that's all we kind of touched on.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, like
in a nutshell.
there was a lot more to it. It was about people being secure, people you're being happy with,
Okay.
like all that kind of stuff, and it just snowballed to y'all have no doubt dated somebody that picked apart everything that you did. Like y'all might not have put up with it. Us as men, because we like how y'all fucking look, we ain't got a choice. Sometimes you got to put up with it. And we all kind of said that we all had a story like that to where we put up with way more from a miserable person than what we should have because of attraction. And then we started talking about who now is like, no, these people are way better. They're way happier. It was weird. For the fact that the three of us was talking about fucking is weird in the first place.
Oh my God, I gotta listen to that one then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It was a good one. It's probably one of my favorite ones that I've been.
It was a
part of.
really good episode.
Wow.
It was. But this is a good episode.
No, this is a great episode. I
Yeah.
would-
You until you get fucking quiet over there and say it like that.
We're
Well,
like, he goes, "This is a great episode." And we're like,
well,
Yeah. Yeah, that one always fucks you up when you do that moment of silent shit.
there's just like certain things I would not share on the internet, and I feel like that's one of them. Like
Well,
I
no,
feel
no,
like
no.
I've done a
Sex?
very
No, I'm
yeah,
not
like I've done a
saying-
very good job about like
No,
keeping.
I
I
even-
mean, I'm not gonna tell you like who I've had sexual relations with,
No,
but
no.
I mean, like, I'll be.
you won't even know who I've kissed. You don't even know.
Yeah, you won't
like,
know. You won't know
Well, I
anything
even said-
of who I've kissed, fucked, touched their wiener, asked to see their wiener, none of that. But I mean, like, I'll tell you stories. Some stories. I've had to
Well, it's
edit
not
out
really
a
the-
lot of my.
It's not really the stories or who. Like, I don't like women that have, and I'm not knocking anybody when I say this.
you are.
I don't like,
we both-
shut the fuck up, both of you.
Yeah, you are.
I don't like women that have crude mouths. It's unattractive to me.
Okay, well, why the fuck are we on this show?
Mine's not bad.
Yeah,
First of all.
yours isn't bad. Yours isn't bad
Mine's
either.
not
I mean,
bad.
you said wiener
pretty
800.
foul.
No. No.
I can have a filter,
no.
but I am a little foul. I feel
That's-
like that's why I'm single because people are a little intimidated by that.
But you're not as bad as, I'm telling you, there's some women.
No, there are some girls that it's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you're-
yeah, but I still feel like I'm a little much sometimes when I talk about. But like I said, I can't have a filter.
With me, and I think this was the point I was trying to make yesterday, but I think whiskey got in the way.
Happens.
It was where,
He's
like,
yeah,
there's a time and place to be over the top. Like, there's a time and
Yeah,
place.
yeah, of
I don't
course.
like it when somebody does it in public, like at all. Like, I've been around women, and I want a woman to be a woman. Like, I want you to be feminine.
Yes.
I'm attracted to a feminine woman. And there's some, and men are the same way. Like, men have way cruder mouths probably than most women.
Yeah.
But like, there's been women that we've been around that's been on the show. They'll talk about sucking dick in public like nobody's
ma'am.
listening.
No, ma'am.
That is
No,
so
ma'am.
unattractive.
No,
I
ma'am.
personally could. I mean, I'm not whatever to each their own, but no, I don't think I could do that.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not here to
nasty.
judge. I'm not here
I'm
to
not
judge
either. That's
nobody.
what I'm saying, to each
and
their own.
I've got a lot of friends who do a lot of things on the internet, and that is not my place to judge the way that you
Yeah.
make your money or do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
no,
and that's
same.
however, not me.
Yeah.
If
Not
I could
me.
show my
because here's the
chili
deal.
ring on the internet and I finally had the balls to do it, I'd probably do it, but I can't.
But
I'm
here,
go,
like
Tom,
my thing
go.
about it is, what is it called? Your
Your labia.
no.
You went straight to the puss. I didn't even know that.
I was
don't
going
think-
like your
I think
internet
she's doing
track
some
record.
psychological shit over there.
I was doing like your internet
You know
track
what? I
record,
take
which is
back
like
what
the
I said. You are that crude.
Oh my god!
no,
No,
like your
First
internet.
off, that word makes me cringe, and I don't know why. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever heard anybody say it in public before.
labia.
No,
Stop.
Jesus Christ, I got a
I'm a girl and I
direction.
don't even like it.
Yeah,
like
my
I
dick went
That's
inside
why
of
I
me
don't-
when you said that.
Sucked
No,
up. No.
like
like a fucking little turtle went back in its shell. Absolutely not.
Listen, that's why I don't call a vagina a vagina. I have so many names for it. I don't like the word vagina.
I don't like talking about any of it
Yeah,
at
I'm
all.
not-
You don't?
Like
You don't talk about your own vagina. Yeah. You
no.
don't talk about your own snatch.
Wow, trailer park.
Snatch.
Jesus Christ.
Lady wallet.
I feel like that's a lot worse than
God
vagina.
Damn.
There is a lot of words.
No,
Honestly,
because-
like I just make it a joke. Like people get so uncomfortable. They're like, vagina, and I'm like, no, your lady wallet. And I did, you know.
Did you call it a lady wallet? I shit you not. That might be the best description of a pussy ever.
The bill.
Like now, I'll never be able to see one again and not think how it looks like a wallet.
I'm never
I
gonna
appreciate
forget
it.
that ever in my life.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
But here's the thing.
It makes people people get so uncomfortable when they're like
I like
they're talking
it.
about penis, they're talking
Yeah.
about vaginas, and I'm like, what? Bring out. That's why. That is just me being funny, and I'm just like, pull out your wiener. Oh no, you're peener. Like I'm doing that because it
Are
makes
you on
me-
the spectrum at all?
Yeah, I've got the tism.
You obviously.
Clearly.
Clear.
This now I try not to pick on people if they got
I've
it, so
got
I'm
the
gonna back
fucking
off a
tism,
little bit on
hell.
you.
I think,
do.
to be honest with you, I think everybody's got a little bit of the tism.
I wish I
Okay,
had
well,
more
first
tism.
off, I'm not gonna say let me see your peen when I'm fucking somebody, okay? But it's like in a public setting.
Yeah.
People are like vagina. I'm like, no, yeah, your cooter, your snatch, your
See-
lady wallet.
see,
My thing about it though is like, it probably is the way I was raised. Like growing up in the Bible Belt and growing up in like
Yes.
a homeschool family,
Yeah.
They're like, don't say that.
like
word.
we didn't talk about stuff like that. Like
Exactly.
I
We
didn't
didn't talk about
listen
that.
to me. I did not kiss a boy until I was 18 years old.
Oh my god, I didn't get my first kiss till I was 15 and it was forced. And my friends were like, oh, we're gonna just
Oh,
like,
mine.
make it happen.
Listen,
I was like,
no.
ah!
Mine was 18, and I only did it because I found out that there was a bet happening between the high school boys on the soccer team, and they were like $50 to the first guy
Okay,
who
so we're
kisses
the
Ireland.
same. No, like
Figured
honestly,
it out.
I would have waited.
No.
To have my first kiss. They tricked me.
I
No.
didn't get laid for the first time until I was 18. Yeah, like
Go
I
ahead.
was scared. I was scared of it.
When I
was
tell you,
scared too.
I was scared to kiss a boy. Are you
I was
kidding
like,
me?
"Ah!"
I was like, oh my gosh,
No,
what are
I
we
broke up
doing?
with
Yeah.
so many people,
And I'm
in
still
high
friends
school,
with
I
them,
was
but, like-
"Oh," that I got when they were trying to kiss me. I was like, not today.
I didn't know how to go about it. Like I was so still like, women scare me to this day. But I can only imagine me at 18, like looking back at how scared I was of women
I was
and
so
how
scared.
insecure and shit I was. There's no fucking way.
Terrifying.
When
It's
they pulled
still-
out their wiener, I was like, ah!
It's
I was
still
like,
hard.
I don't know what to
It
do
is.
with that.
It's still hard for me if I care about somebody to have a conversation about sex. It is. It is so to this day.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I'm so awkward in front of men. I can't even like
So
look
am
at. I can't
I.
even look at him like. I can't even look at a man that I like and
That's
be
why I'm
like,
single.
"Hey, I like
Okay.
you." Like I
Yeah.
cannot get it out of my mouth. I can't, or I'll like make comments, and I'm like, Ireland, if you would just be upfront, you would
See-
not have these runaround problems.
Yeah.
but
See,
I
I'm very
cannot.
upfront.
Oh no, I
in
get so
that
scared.
aspect, I am.
I'm very
get so
upfront.
scared.
That's what I'm saying. People think that I'm funny. Like, oh yeah, she's saying like wiener and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, no, you just don't know me.
I
Yeah.
get so
No, I get that.
scared.
Dick. I'm just kidding.
What's that fucking
Dick.
movie?
Where he's like, show me that dick.
I'm gonna give her that dick.
Dick.
That dick. Every time
What is that movie?
it's Wanderlust.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Give me
I love
that.
it.
He's sitting there in the
dick.
mirror saying
Well,
it to
He's
himself.
in the mirror. He's like, dick.
What's fucked up though? I've been in
Please
that
tell me you've seen
situation.
that.
No.
I feel like
Oh
I've
my
had to.
God.
I haven't seen any movie
you-
at all ever.
You have to see it.
You have to see
You have
it.
to see the
Just that
video,
one
just the
scene alone
video.
is Paul Rudd, and just that one
I'm
scene
gonna give her
alone.
that dick.
It's about dick.
When I tell you, I just watched. What is that movie with the y'all are about
Jennifer
to?
Lawrence.
No.
She's so fucking hot.
She's so hot. When she beat the shit out of them kids on the beach naked,
Shit.
I'm like, that is me.
Trust me, it's just that part's worth watching.
No, it's Will Ferrell and the other guy, and there's drumsticks and the cop. What's that?
Step
Step
Brothers.
Brothers.
Brothers?
I just watched that for the first time.
Are
Are
you
probably
Step
fucking
Brothers.
kidding
probably a
me?
month ago.
Wow.
I'm a nerd though. I love fucking movies.
I never watch movies.
You love fucking movies?
Well, I like that too, but I love movies.
And then I also just watched. What's the other one with Will Ferrell? He's a race car driver.
Talladega
You
Nights.
I just
now
watched
saw
that one too.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, I just watched
That's
that
like-
too for the first
Oh
time.
my! That okay. Listen, you did not grow up white trash unless you've seen Talladega.
Well, here's the
Nights.
thing. Here's the thing. Listen.
You're one of them weird homeschool kids.
No,
That's what it was.
it's-
Yeah,
you're
you
a
wanna-
fucking.
yeah,
you're
no,
you're
it's
a
because
Jehovah's Witness, aren't you?
it's because I was just the weird sibling. My brothers have all seen these movies. I was just the kid. I had better things to do than to sit down and watch a
Oh
movie.
my god! But
I had
not
a
Talladega Nights.
no. Yeah, I
good.
Have you
had,
seen Forrest Gump?
nope.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck.
That
up.
is-
Get the
by the
fuck
way,
out. This
kudos to
podcast
you.
is done.
Kudos to you. One of the best movies of all time.
I can quote that
Oh,
movie word for
abso-fucking-lutely.
word. Have you seen Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I've seen
good.
that movie.
You probably saw that in
Debatable.
school, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, you
homeschool
had
thing.
to teach up
But
ladies
Forrest
fuck.
fucking Gump, you haven't seen Forrest Gump like something.
Yeah, listen, you could
Yeah.
name 10 movies right now. I probably have seen one of them. Not
Well,
even
I
joking.
don't even need to go any further. You hadn't seen Forrest Gump.
Forrest
so
Gump
that's
is
like,
life lessons.
I'm currently
It's so
I'm
good.
currently working on the Star Wars series. That's
Oh,
another
don't do
thing.
girl.
that. Don't do that.
Fuck her.
Nah,
Absolutely do
fuck
that.
I'm working
stop.
on it.
Don't
Do it.
waste your time.
No, but I'm on
Make sure you watch the original 6
First
first.
off, go
Yeah,
watch.
I know how to
Forrest-
do it.
Go
I-
watch
yeah, the
Forrest
original
Gump.
3.
Yeah, no,
do that
listen,
first.
I got a list. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Go
I,
watch Forrest Gump before
I
you watch fucking
contacted
Star
I
Wars.
contacted someone to get the correct order,
Yeah.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
trying.
No, if you would have an open mind about it,
It's actually, to be
they're
honest,
really
seen it.
good. They're
However,
really
Go
fucking
watch
good.
Forrest Gump first.
Oh, yeah,
However-
Forrest Gump's better. Like Star Wars is amazing, but Forrest
Lieutenant
Gump.
Dan, you can't.
Listen,
you can't
the other
not,
night-
like,
Ice cream. I love it. I
He's
love
like
it.
this. I always do this.
Oh yeah. Every time, but
Lieutenant Dan.
this is how awkward I am. Every time on like Facebook or whatever that I wanted to
always
hit
fucking
on
do that.
somebody because I know I have absolutely no
do that
game back.
Forrest Gump
I do
thing?
the Forrest Gump meme at 'em.
Yep.
Like I do that. Every time. Every
fucking
time.
time.
So I wanted to know I'm kind of retarded and I'd hit it. That's the only thing. Like,
So you have the tism.
oh, I have absolutely.
y'all for
tism.
sure have the tism.
I am
definitely do.
tism the
I
fuck.
fucking do.
But I think it's a superpower. Like if you have I'm not playing. I've said this a lot of times on the show. If you have actual autism, I think it's a superpower because you're hyper focused on the thing that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
I wish I was hyper focused on the thing I was passionate about and then ignore everything else in the world. That's what it is if you have
That's why I'm
autism.
medicated.
Yeah.
I think that's my life problem because I have had 872 hobbies, and when I pick
Yeah.
a new hobby,
Oh my God,
I go
it's
all in.
ADHD as fuck.
Like for instance, like I grew up in the music industry, so we had every musical instrument available to us as children. I have tried to pick up and play every single instrument possible.
Same.
I decided I was going to be a boxer, and 18 days later debuted as a pro in front of 14,000 people. Like I will do everything to the fullest extent, but once I get what I want
Yeah.
out of it, I'm like, all right.
No, I feel like that's ADHD.
Like,
Like you start
it
so
is
many different projects.
Yes.
Yes. And
Like-
then once you're like starting a project, you are all fucking
I'm
in.
all in. Like for instance,
I'm not medicated right now, so I mean, I'm just fucking living life on the
Don't.
edge. at
just
this point.
living it up.
Medication's bad. Don't get medicated.
Like I'm just trying to do all sorts of things. Like the other day, I was
Oh.
like, you know what I could do? I could be a baker. And then all of a sudden, I
I
had
know
a
you're
whole.
like I'm fucking baking sourdough bread.
no,
out
I
the
was.
ass.
I was like, I have a whole business plan on how to run a sourdough bakery out of my apartment.
Motherfucker.
Like I went into it, and then I was like, damn, this is a lot of work.
No.
All the
I-
things I
no,
would have
Lou,
thought
that's
that you
me.
said that you were thinking about doing or liked or interested in, being a baker was
Well, I
not
used
my
to be-
fucking
I-
deal.
you
all
know,
my fucking
the problem-
East Texas women back home, they're all fucking baking sourdough
Well, no,
bread. And I'm like, what?
the
Okay, are
problem-
you getting laid?
No,
What?
they're not.
They're
The-
not.
They're not.
They're
The
not.
problem is
They're
I
not.
used to be a
You
baker
can't
at
get
a
a yeast
bakery.
infection one way, you get it another.
I used to be a baker at a bakery, and so I know how to bake really well. I would love to do it
Oh my
again.
God,
or
you
like,
sound like me. We've had so many fucking jobs. We're like, I'm a jack of all trades.
or
I can do it all.
No, literally. Okay, I kid you
I
not.
can do it all.
In 2019, I acquired 5 Tennessee walking horses.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even joking. This old lady on this property said, "If you can catch them, you can have them." And
Bet, bitch, and you're like, "That's
in
my
I
mission."
said, "Mom, I'm quitting everything. I'm raising horses."
Swear to God, that's literally.
I
me.
kid you not. I got a trailer.
I would have caught
I had
those
a Jeep.
motherfuckers within an hour.
I had a Jeep. I hired a kid with a drone because it was 500 acres. I couldn't find him. I said, I need a thermal drone and I got to find out where these bitches are. We found them. I moved gate panels out there, made a whole chute from the back 40 up to the front paddock, had them all ran out.
I
had them
had
to the
my
front.
dogs out
Dude,
there fucking
I
herding
had
their
these
asses.
horses. I had these horses halter trained and like green broke in 4.5 weeks. Trailered
dead.
them up, moved them 30 miles, and like broke the rest of them, and then sold them. And my mom was
Why
like,
are we
"What?"
the same?
My mom
Like,
was
I
like,
would've
"What
done
just
the
happened?"
same
And I was
shit.
like, I read a book and I thought this could be easy, and then I did it, and then but it's like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go start to end, and then I'm done. I just have to get all the way to the end, and I'll complete it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't like stuff that you can finish. I don't know why I'm like that. It gives
Don't
me
ask me about my chicken farm. So
okay. I won't.
Stop
love
it!
chickens.
Stop
I
it!
love chickens.
Stop it! Wait, did you have chickens? When did you have chickens?
Nah, I had chickens.
Okay,
When I
because
lived in the Nations, there was this chicken that like walked up
Mm-hmm.
to my house, and I was like, I'm your mother now. And
like
it was
the cat
somebody's
distribution
pet.
system.
You adopted a homeless chicken?
Yeah. Listen, I posted on the platforms asking if anybody
if
anybody's
they knew their chicken, yeah.
And I was like, it was somebody's pet. She let me pick it up, and I was like, my dogs, they tried to kill it, but I mean, they're herding dogs.
That is the whitest bitch shit. I've
No,
ever
it's
heard.
not, because guess what? Then
What?
I was like, I'm gonna get a chicken coop, whatever.
That's
and then
like
you
I
know the
said.
guys at Country Rebel, Have you heard of them? Mm-mm. Darren and Kevin Blue, bless them. They have a ranch out in Ashland City, and they have a chicken coop out there. And I was like, I can't keep. We named her Berry because the only food I had in the house was like strawberry Special K, and I was like, this is Berry. We named
How is
her
that the
Berry.
only food you have in the house?
Well, that's what safe for her to eat. What am I gonna feed her own fucking kind? Like, no.
They do eat eggshells
I know
and
they
eggs
do,
and stuff.
but
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
do eat
okay,
that.
here we go, and I like brought her in the house, and she was just chilling with me. She was great.
Well, you know what's funny, and I've never thought about before. Like we already eat chicken. You know how they say like whatever you eat, whatever those animals eat, that's how they taste. Wouldn't you want to feed them chicken to make them taste like more
No,
better
I would
chicken?
not. That's fucked up because Barry was a good chicken.
I would want Barry to eat a lot of fried chicken, and then me eat Barry because I think it would be
Ew, then
better.
she'd be greasy if you think about that.
What the fuck's fried chicken?
Grease?
Grease.
I know, and I like grease.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry, y'all are in shape. I am not.
Bitch, I'm not.
I think
I've missed my Orange Theory classes for
Your
a
what?
month now.
All right. Orange
What-
Theory. It's
what is
like
that?
it's like a workout class.
Yeah, I guess.
It's cute.
I don't know. What do you do?
Exactly the way I would describe it. It's cute.
What do you do?
You just go and
it's
they
a
tell you what to
cute-
fucking
It's a cute
do.
workout. It's like for the
Like-
girls, like cute workouts.
It's okay. I'm not. It's. I wouldn't say it's the
It's
girls
not-
that cute workout because you sweat. You
It's
sweat
not
your
like the
fucking
girlies
ass
who do
off.
like Pilates. It's a little more
Fucking
than
hate
that.
Pilates.
I'm not gonna lie though. I saw Miley
So
Cyrus
it's
the
like
other
the
night.
polar opposite of like heavy lifting and CrossFit.
No, they do some heavy.
No, they
lifting.
do some heavy lifting,
No, they
but
do heavy lifting.
it's more of like a class. You know, like it's a group class.
You can
There's
go
like
at your own
there's a guy with a
pace.
microphone, and it's like it's fun.
If you
But
want,
like, what's
if
the
you
workout
wanna,
they're telling them to do?
it's different.
It depends. Like
Like you could do okay, you could
you're
do like
doing
a
leg-
strength class.
if you're
You
doing
could do a
leg
strength
days.
class, or you could do like a lower like body like strength class. Like it just depends. Like and you go at your own pace. If you want to lift like a shit ton of weight, do it. They don't care.
Yeah, but what kind of exercises? I'm not understanding.
All kinds of shit.
Are you in there doing fucking squats? Are you
Yeah.
working on
Yeah,
free
yeah,
weights?
yeah.
That's what
all
I mean.
kinds of shit. You're running the treadmill. You're doing the fucking row
Because
machine.
the name
Sometimes
of it,
you're like,
I don't know what it is.
the Orange Theory. Orange Theory is just because it's like we wear a monitor and you can see on the screen how much
Hey,
you're
I
burning.
mean,
where
I
you're
do
at.
really
with stuff.
like
see,
it.
that's
I do.
that make it's just a regular workout then.
Yeah, it's a regular
Okay.
class.
Not a regular.
It's cute.
Sounds like a
it's
fucking
cute
re-
for the girlies.
Not a regular workout.
It's confusing.
As
to me.
someone who like coming from my own personal experience as a girl who works out and works out a lot and does a pretty intense workout, it's a cute little workout. It's cute.
I like how you're saying cute. That's what you should be. That's how it sounds.
I just
Okay, not everybody has insured hands, okay?
yeah.
So, yeah, let me do my cute workout and whatever.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging
I
nobody.
kind of want to be judgy about it.
I mean, everybody's a little judgy
I'm not
about
gonna,
it.
but here's the thing. I also make fun of the Pilates girls and
I don't like Pilates.
But here's the deal. I'm also jealous of the Pilates girls because I wish I looked like a Pilates girl.
Oh, no,
like,
no.
No.
That is,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Me too. I
will talk shit about Pilates bitches all day.
Because Miley
They
Cyrus,
talk enough shit about themselves.
Miley Cyrus does Pilates, and we all saw her the other night at the
Miley
Grammys,
Cyrus
and she
has
looks
money.
great.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
don't care. She
no.
looks great.
Oh,
Miley
fuck
Cyrus
you.
had a lot
That
of
ain't.
She
That
looks
is money.
great.
She has a body brought to you by
Hey,
Benjamin.
wait, did you see
that
that
is
video
what the
where
fuck
she
it
was
is.
like, oh, or something, I didn't wear any underwear.
Yeah.
She, like, ran away. I was like, damn, I love that bitch.
Same.
I'm a big fan of her actually.
But like, I love like the way the Pilates girls look.
Oh, my
yeah, but then
sometimes-
you have to deal with the fucking Pilates
First
girl.
off,
Right.
I did Pilates, and I don't feel like it did really anything.
Because
I feel like it's bullshit.
You probably didn't take it as serious as
No,
the
I
Pilates
did.
girls do.
I did before I moved here.
Because
it was bullshit.
there are some girls that I know
I used to be fit as fuck, okay?
that I
You're
see
still in
that
good
I'm like,
shape.
y'all
Girl,
are
I saw that ass.
like
I got a muffin top. It's
they're
a
like
bakery.
skinny with those little skinny arms and stuff. And then I got like last night I was in the gym lifting weights and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, this is unattractive. I am pushing
damn.
around double my body weight. Just like throwing it around like a man.
See, I'm just a fucking runner. Like, I swear to God, I'll run like 10
Track
miles.
star.
Hell no.
Ain't for me.
No.
Let me
I
tell you
swear to
something.
God,
I
I
actually,
am.
it was crazy. I actually like running better than I like anything
I
else.
honestly,
I
like-
can't do it very long anymore, but I
hadn't-
like it.
I could not work out in 2 years, and then somebody's like, let's go fucking do like a 10-mile run. Like, I would not stop. Like, I don't know.
Not
I'm just
that
built
far.
different.
There's
No.
something peaceful about running.
I could
understand
literally
that.
pick
Yeah.
up and I could go run 10 miles and I would not stop. And
I
I
could
don't know
run-
why. I guess it's just in my fucking genes. But
I could do like a good trail run, like a good 10-mile trail run or
Trail
something.
run.
But my
The
coach,
Pilates bitch.
like my boxing coach, when we go through camp, like 8 weeks out from a fight, you go through camp. So you're
Yeah.
doing workouts 2 a days. You're doing this whole big thing, and we'll have like scheduled runs, and it's just around like a track. And it's
Oh,
like,
I hate that.
Oh my gosh, I will
boring
literally.
as fuck.
Let me tell you something. I will come up with the most incredible excuses to get out of it.
You know what I used to
And
do?
be like-
I would trip and fall.
No, you know what I do? I started trading one lap around a high school track, like around the football field. I'll give you 10 stair runs around the stadium stairs before I will run
See, I would
one
do-
lap.
No, I'm the
10
I don't
up
like
and
stairs.
downs on the
They
stairs.
are my enemy.
Oh, I'll
Oh,
do fucking stairs. All
I'd rather
day.
do
I
stairs
fucking
than just
hate
run in a
stairs.
circle. I hate running in a circle.
I'm glad you're not one of those though. And like when you saying the Pilates stuff, all go. You know, those guys that are like this. The Pilates women just have like a bad reputation of always talking about it. The same way when people,
It's like when you're a vegan.
yeah, vegan or CrossFit. The CrossFit people get on my fucking
Oh,
nerves.
sorry. I'm
so
sorry. Fuck
fucking
you,
bad.
CrossFit people, because y'all literally chat my ass. Y'all do.
It's so stupid.
And here's the thing, I can't talk. I don't want to be mean about it because my
I
cousin.
am.
But here's the thing,
They're
my
cunts.
cousin,
They're
my
all
cousin
fucking
does
cunts.
CrossFit, and she loves it. Like she loves CrossFit, and I will give it to her. Homegirl is ripped. Like she's got the
Yeah.
muscle.
Well, it's hard to do. Like it's
No,
However- however-
I've done
It's
it. It's
tough.
hard.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not hard to do.
She
No,
I
but
posts-
that's just like their whole fucking identity. And I'm like, shut the fuck
I,
up.
yeah, I
Listen.
don't need to know you fucking
I'ma pull
your
it up
times
and
every day.
I'ma
It is
pull it up.
annoying.
And I'm like, I could still outrun you, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
I feel like Pilates girls are the equivalent to like calisthenic guys.
Yes.
So like powerlifting guys and
Yes.
bodybuilding
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
guys.
I don't
That's
feel
the
like-
same thing.
I can't stand body lifters, men or women.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Pilates, it's a good workout if you're like super dedicated, but at the same time, like, I just don't feel they're as fit as somebody else who is doing,
Yeah.
like, you know, going on, you know, doing runs and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. They're not that
It's
strong.
a different type
But
of
you're
fit.
healthy.
Yeah, it's a different.
That's the more important thing of all of
Sort
it.
Yeah,
of.
it's a different kind of fit. Just like I think, like for instance, I box and work out. I work out 6 days a week. I could not pump out 10 push-ups right now.
Yeah.
I could not. I do not have.
Yeah, don't
I
ask me to
cannot.
do a fucking
It could
push-up.
not. However, I could get out there and run laps around everybody because
Yeah.
my cardio's great. Like I feel like the different work. It's like you are in a different kind of shape.
Yes.
Where like I know other guys who like train as athletes, so they train like a high school athlete, like an all-around athlete. That I'm like, you guys are just ripped. You could pump out 10 miles right now, but also do 800 sit-ups and 900 push-ups and like all the. And I'm like, that is what I wish. As I wish that's what I should do. I want to train like a high school boy athlete and just
Oh
be
my
like
God.
just.
I don't know about David. That used to be the best shit though. Like,
The 2 days.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love 2 days.
I love doing 2 days.
I wish I could go. Like, I don't ever want to work out again. To be honest with you, I'm fine with not ever fucking doing it. But if somebody would put together a program that reminded you of playing high school baseball or high
Yeah.
school football, to where you actually got to do it that way and as much fun as it was,
Oh, I got you. We can do that.
I'm not doing it. But
No,
yeah.
there's.
He's
You know what I
like, yeah,
think
put
it is?
together,
I'm
but
still not
gonna
gonna do it.
participate.
Do you know what I think part of it is? Because I feel like that it's kind of that way in like boxing 2 days is when we're getting ready for camp, we're training as a team. Like we have
yeah.
we have pro guys who come in and it'll be 6, 7 of us. That's what makes it fun. It's not the workout. It's that you've got a team and you're all shitting on each other and you've got one guy who's top of your class and you're just like, I want to beat him.
It's
like-
a competition thing, especially
Yeah.
for people who are competition
Yeah.
driven. Like just
Yeah.
having somebody in the gym with you. It can be one or 5,
Yes.
6 other people. Just
Well, like-
having one person
Yeah,
motivates you
if I
so
have
hard.
nothing that I'm competing against,
Oh, I got to compete
I don't.
against something.
Yeah, that's
I
what
got to
I'm saying.
have
I
something.
and I don't have anybody like. I don't
Yeah.
have a reason why.
Yeah. Well, like I've got a reason why I
Yeah, you
like
do.
to win. Like I like to when I'm in an arena and I walk out of that catwalk and I can see myself walking out on that jumbotron.
Yeah.
And I've got to walk all the way down to the center. I know that when I walk back, I want to walk back a winner.
Yeah.
I do not want to walk back the loser because I want to walk back and like do the high fives and take the photos and do all the fun shit. I don't want to walk back and be like, sorry.
I'm fine with walking from the fridge to this couch though.
No.
Like, I get
No,
I
no,
was
just
no,
as-
no,
thinking about another piece of pizza. At this point.
I bet
Oh,
you
y'all quit
were.
it. After eating those 2 pieces of pizza, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's 6:19 in my head this whole time. I've been like, all right, I could still do stuff tonight, but I gotta hit the gym before I'm gonna probably go do cardio after this.
I'm
gonna
like,
go
I'm
I
gonna
hate
go
you.
get another sauce pizza, and then I gotta pee. And
No,
I'm
we-
just like,
Oh,
here
hey,
I
I'll tell you
am.
what. Everybody's got to pee. Hit pause or stop on it, and we'll take a piss break. We'll be right back.
It's myself.
It's been a good conversation.
Y'all got piss first. I'll wait. Hey, by the way, how long we do that? About an hour and 20? Is that what we'll like? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Y'all good on time?
Yeah, I'm great.
Why are you drinking out of 2 different cups? I just noticed that.
This one,
She's got 2 different drinks.
this one was Celsius, and I drank it all, and now it's got Sprite in it, and then that's water
Why'd you have Celsius in that?
because I don't like them out of the
Celsius has
cans.
cocaine.
Ah. What?
What?
Yeah, did you not know they got in a huge lawsuit?
They do not have cocaine in their drinks.
So
I
did
think I did see that.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
you hear
in the
about the
fucking
lawsuit?
in the
Like
fucking
1800s.
20s.
Nope. He agrees. He saw it.
What?
I saw something about it. I don't remember if
Where
it
they
was
got in a
cocaine
huge
or what
fucking
it was,
lawsuit for
but-
having like stupid shit in their drinks.
It wasn't cocaine.
It was definitely not cocaine.
Oh my god.
That's definitely not cocaine.
Okay.
I wish it was methamphetamine.
even better.
That's methamphetamines.
Yeah. That's why I won't try anything. Like I'd like my
don't
weed
do
a little
any of
bit
that.
every once in a while. I love mushrooms, but I won't do anything else because I will be a fucking crackhead.
Do you wanna
I
know-
don't want to do
regardless.
any of that.
I actually
stuff.
just told my mom this. I tell my mom a lot of things I probably shouldn't tell my mom because sometimes my mom is like, Ireland, that is too many details as your mother. I don't need to know. And I'm like, girl, I was
My
just
mom's
trying
like,
to
let
share.
me know.
Yeah, like she wants to know and then she doesn't want to know. But anyway, I the other day called her like out of the blue and I was like, you know the reason I can't do cocaine? And she goes, what? And I was like, I think the reason I can't do cocaine, I was like, is because I like it a little too much when I open up the pre-workout canister and it gets a little
Yeah.
bit of my nose and you feel it in the back of your throat. I was like, I like that too much that I feel like if I did cocaine, I was like, I would end up on the streets.
Yeah, mine's a different reason. I have no.
I was like, yeah, that's cool
I
and
have-
all, but that's pussy
I
shit.
have no willpower, or whatever the fuck it's called. I will literally be sucking dick or stealing catalytic converters by the end of the first week to supply my habit. I would love it. I would fucking
I swear to
love
God, if you
it.
don't make that a fucking video.
Oh yeah, because that's really gonna trend.
It will.
Absolutely.
It will.
Absolutely. Broadway girls will share that shit immediately.
Okay, well,
Actually, you
fine.
know what? Just cut that and send that specifically.
I will. I ain't scared of it. I say it all the time on the show. If I wanted to suck dick, I'd suck dick because we have so many different walks of life on the show, and I love everybody that's fucking different. If I wanted to do something, I'm going to be unapologetic about it. I
Just
think
like
it's
my
fun.
Crocs.
Yeah, see,
I love that for you.
sucking dick's probably not as embarrassing as those Crocs, but yeah.
Do you want to square up?
Bitch, bring it on. Don't think you can drink a cup of whiskey. I'm telling you, we can go if you want to go.
I ain't the one.
Hey, look.
Okay, but
That's what I
honestly,
would say,
wait, we have
too.
to bring up what was said earlier.
All right, yeah.
I heard y'all giggling
Something
while I was
happened over
pissing.
here, and they wouldn't tell me what happened.
It's an important topic.
It
It
is?
is very important.
because they were giggling, and I was
You
don't know what it is either?
no.
Okay.
Listen,
I wasn't paying attention.
I thought you were all
I've-
playing a trick on me.
No, I was phoning
Oh,
a
man.
friend.
as fuck.
Okay, honestly,
I was
wait,
phoning a
ha-
friend, and then they were chit chatting over there.
I have never thought of this, and honestly, I'm really shocked I haven't. And so, it was gold.
Oh no.
Do you think? Okay, this is
Today,
this
Junior.
is not even for you. This
Oh
is for
gosh,
you.
this makes me so nervous.
No, it's not. So, do you think that? So, let me start over.
Well, you're
So
going
basi-
right around the bush. Let's
She don't even
go.
know the
Fucking just
question.
spit it out.
They
I'm
don't even know the question
sorry.
over here.
Damn.
So I said, hey, I went upstairs because I didn't want people to hear me pee.
Oh.
And so I was like, and they were laughing and making fun of me. And then she goes, hey, do you think a dude's pee stream is like, can you measure their dick by the size of it? And I was like,
Yeah, I don't think that's the way it works.
Wait,
I've never
Can you
thought of
It's
measure-
like
that.
the sound of the stream. Can you tell
The
how
sound of the
big
stream,
somebody's
can you
dick
tell
is
how
by the
big their
sound of the
dick
stream?
is?
When they're
That
peeing?
is a good fucking question.
I already
I
have.
don't
I already
think
have, but I
so.
have a theory. Hold on, I already have a theory. I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud. I could not believe I'm about to say this out loud.
No, it is.
Okay.
Did we just make science?
Yeah.
I think we just made a science.
And tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I think this is just what I think. If you have a smaller dick, that means there's a longer amount of time that you have to get the pee from here to here, right? So that's
Should we measure?
So that stream is gonna be sound.
Everybody, y'all
it's gonna
go pee.
sound. It's gonna sound louder because it's. So I think if it's louder, you have a smaller dick. Because if it's
if-
longer,
because if
it's a
you're
shorter
farther
amount.
away from
it's
the
just
toilet bowl.
right. So I think if you have a bigger dick, it probably is quieter.
Should we test this
No.
out? Y'all go pee.
This sounds fucking retarded.
Y'all go pee. No, it's
No.
not.
Sounds like you're insecure,
No,
but
it's
we're about to
not.
find out.
Oh, my dick is not big. I'm not worried about like, that. Has nothing
Okay, first
to do.
off, y'all go pee,
No,
and we're
this
gonna
is just
measure
stupid.
by our ear.
It would be whoever's taller
No.
makes more noise because it has more
no,
time
because
to.
okay,
Oh, yeah,
because
the height
Drake's
of the
fucking
person would
the,
make a
tall.
the height of the
too.
person is what's
okay,
going to
Drake is
matter.
fucking tall, and he's got a grand champion show
Well, his
hog in
dick's
there.
already in the toilet bowl when he starts to piss. That's not fair.
Exactly,
He's-
so it's not going to make that much noise.
It's
Wait.
like the head of
Wait,
his dick's a
so it's not going to
submarine.
make that much noise.
You're right, but how tall is Drake?
He's like 6 something.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
I bet he's like 6'1".
Yeah, I've seen him stand next to NBA players. He is not that tall.
He's not like huge.
Well, his dick is. I'm
Grand
telling
champion
you.
steer.
You've ever
in that
heard the
pants.
joke?
He's 6 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Don't turn your nose up at 6 foot, you tall bitch. Some
I'm
of it
5'9", fucker.
on a
I'm
good day,
5'10".
5'10".
Bitch.
You know what? It would have not done me any good to be 6 foot or anything else. Like I just
How tall are you?
anything that would have
6'4".
made me more of an
Go
asshole
pee.
just would have been worse.
I just did. Just did.
You know what I said? Did you hear me? I said, how tall are you? He goes, 6'4". I said, go pee.
It's gonna get weird.
Go pee.
Let me finish this, and I
Listen,
probably will.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I gotta like.
Now I've
I
got
gotta
to
visit. I gotta
Okay,
visit some
wait.
friends and start listening to them.
Wait,
pee.
so I'm gonna say this theory because, like, on this because all my friends know about it. I have this theory. Okay, wait. Actually, hold on. Are you good at bowling?
No,
You're not.
I'm so bad at bowling.
Really?
Yeah,
Like honestly.
I hate bowling and I'm bad at it.
Okay. Are you good at like? Be
I haven't been
honest. Are
bowling
you
in
good at
so
bowling?
long. I mean, I would think I probably am.
Okay, like if we go to a bowling alley, you take a girl on a date, like you gonna shoot in the high 200s, you gonna shoot like in the lower 200s.
I don't even know what a good score is, but
300
perfect
it's a
like the
score,
high.
sport, so I'm
300.
gonna
A
go
perfect
hard
score
at
is
it.
300.
So, yeah,
300 is
probably.
like the high. So like if you're gonna go bowling, are you gonna shoot in the high 200s, low 200s, the hundreds?
I'd say mid 200s probably.
Okay, well you're fucked. So my theory is men are either really good at bowling or they're really good in bed. They're never both.
You've dated a lot of bowlers.
No, I haven't.
Well,
you don't
you're-
have to be
What
a
is the,
fucking
what,
bowler.
hold
Yeah,
on, what is
well-
this theory
Well, how
based
many-
off of?
You
Yeah.
don't have to be a fucking bowler.
This is what the theory based off.
So apparently you're
She's
good at
fucked
bed 'cause you
one
said
guy that was a bowler and was
That's
bad in
not
bed.
true. Not
and
true.
that's what it is.
You're not I don't date fucking bowling league motherfuckers.
But what's bowling got to do
what's
with
the
it?
connection?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, what's
if you think about it, like
if you
for
say
example,
putting your fingers in them holes, I swear to you, the show's over. Like if that's he can grip.
We
the
gotta
hole
go.
good.
All right, we're done.
Yeah.
We get out of here.
That's
Y'all gotta
not-
wrap
okay,
it
I
up.
didn't even think about that, but no. So I was like thinking about it, and I was like, oh my god, like my ex boyfriends. I'm like, damn, one of these motherfuckers was really good at bowling, and I'm like, he really sucked in bed. The other one, he was like a little bit average in bowling.
So
and
it's
I'm like,
two guys.
Nope. My exes.
You really
and
did
then
a trial study here.
Nope. Y'all are getting ahead of me right now.
I'm about to
okay?
make some
I
phone
think
calls.
you're behind you.
No, listen. I'm like asking, I'm like, hey, and so I got my girlfriends thinking, and they're like, hey, that really makes fucking sense. So it's been over the course of a few years, not just my experiences, multiple women's experiences that I've gotten a consensus on. It is the truth. It is the truth. Think about your fucking ex. Unless it's like he's just a fucking golden eagle and he's just good at both, which is very rare. If you think about it. But have you been bowling with a lot of them? Probably not.
It's kind of a gay date.
I
Well,
don't think I've ever been on
okay,
a bowling
so
date.
here's-
Yeah,
Okay, when you go
okay.
to our white trash hometowns, there's bowling
I was
alleys.
gonna say
everybody goes
everybody's
there.
going- but here's
Thank
my
you,
thing
so
about bowling
fuck
alleys.
you.
Here's
Yeah,
my
it's
thing
never been
about-
like something I've like. This is cool. I want to go do it.
Right, in a small town, you only got the bowling alley.
You got
Here's the
bowling
other
alleys,
deal.
you just go and do it.
But here's the thing.
Ever been to Pins?
Here's okay. Listen, and this might be because I was homeschooled.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because I was homeschooled, I didn't have a lot of sport options, and I
Yeah.
definitely was on a bowling team, 100%.
Oh,
I
hell.
definitely con men into taking me on bowling dates
So
just
you
so I
fucked a
can
bowler.
prove
So if you want
that
to
I'm
about
better
dating
than
a
them.
bowler,
Like I've definitely been like, we should go bowling. That'd be
so
so,
you've
fun.
only had like. No, I'm just kidding.
You got my mind racing about something now.
but
That
I do
is.
got theories now. But like,
Yeah, no.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is some other that is automatically when you know that they're good at it or something they enjoy, that you know that they're bad in bed because they like this other thing? Is there any other
just
that,
Or
bowling
vice
and-
versa.
or
good
vice
at bowling.
versa?
No, honestly, I'm not like shitting on people. Like that's what I said. There's a golden eagle sometimes where
Yeah.
they're just like they're really good at every fucking sport.
Yeah.
So they're excluded. But when I asked some men at Barstool, they got real fucking peeved about it. Because I asked them, I'm like, hey, before I even said the theory, I go, are you good at bowling? Like, some people are like, this one dude goes, yeah, like, I'm pretty good at saying. I was like, okay. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, I said it. And they go, oh, no, that's fucking stupid. And I'm like,
Struck a nerve.
okay, are you offended?
He's probably good at bowling.
I was like, who hurt you?
Who hurt
Yeah, I said, are you trying to retract your statement? He's like, that's fucking stupid. Like, I like, this one dude goes, well, I've got 3 kids. I go, and? Doesn't mean you're good in
that
fucking
always
bed.
drives me nuts.
That doesn't mean you're good in fucking bed.
Yeah, that always drives me nuts when either a man or woman assumes that because
You
the
have
other one has
kids.
made kids. Like, oh, they're good in bed or
You
they're
know how to
wild
just
or whatever.
fucking do
Like,
it.
No, you just got laid.
You just don't know how
Somebody
to pull
left
up.
it
Yeah.
in too long.
But it's honestly, that's why I was waiting for y'all's reaction when I said that.
Yeah.
Because the men's reactions is what said a lot about them too. If they got offended by it, I'm like,
That probably solidifies it 100%.
That's
well,
probably
not just
the correct
solidifying like
assumption
them
then.
being good in bed, but solidifies how they are as a person
Well,
too.
yeah.
Because I'm like, insecure motherfucker.
Well, I'm-
Neither one of you had really that big of a reaction, so like that says a lot about you as a person. So it's not just the bowling theory.
Well, one of the things that's kind of weird to me about that, like stereotyping like that, is there's been people that I've slept with that you've heard they'll say shit about themselves. Like, first off, if somebody ever like constantly brags on themselves,
Yeah.
you know it's gonna be trash. You know, like it's fucking horrible. I cannot stand that shit. But like the more you've met somebody before, there's no way either you seem like such a sweetheart. I don't know about you. You definitely have met somebody before, same way I have, that you thought it was gonna be trash. You thought it was gonna be horrible. And then you're like, this person blew my mind. But then you've met the opposite side of it where he's like, there's no way this person's bad.
yeah.
It's really the connection you have with the person is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I realize I like passion more than I like anything.
Well,
Like, it's just
yeah.
not fun for like a random fuck. I really like to be passionate with somebody now. And there's probably a lot of people that don't like that. Probably like it fucking more casual or more what the fuck ever. And that's just, I used to be into that.
I mean, I'm not into that, but no, it's just no. I get it though, but it's not just about like them being fucking bad in bed. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like the men's reaction to it is what is fucking hilarious. Because like if you're secure about it,
Yeah.
then you're secure in yourself. I feel like,
Yeah.
and so
So in other words, we're gonna go take a pee, and then we're going bowling.
No, you-
And we're going bowling
we're
immediately.
going to
And
the
I'm going to
bowling alley
win.
now.
If you don't think that I'm going to stand on the sink and piss, and then I'm going to throw every gutter ball possible,
put
Yeah,
up the
it-
fucking
yeah,
gutter lanes.
yeah, you're going to need the bumpers for
You're gonna
me.
be sliding the
Yeah,
ball.
put
That's how
up
bad it
the
is.
bumpers,
You're gonna be sliding the ball
man.
down the
I
ramp.
will try to convince her
Wait,
now
you're
with
gonna-
her theory that I'm so good in bed, I'm going to throw in the wrong lane. Like, I'm literally,
He's gonna fucking throw it up to
I'm
the
a-
ceiling
yeah.
and hit the fucking.
100%.
You're getting the little ramp
can't
thing
tell
that you
me
push
like
the ball
that.
down.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, the ramp? Yeah. Fuck yes. I'm going to slide down it. That's
He's
how bad.
he goes, put the bumpers up.
Yeah. I'm going to look at you in your eyes and say it
He's
just
gonna
like that.
granny bowl it.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I love to bowl. I'm not going to lie to you. I
It
love
hurts,
fun.
man.
I have
I
not
have-
been since
So
I was
bad.
a kid.
When I
Like,
tell you, I'm
Pins really sent me over the edge. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm 25 now. Like I just turned 25. I've had at least 10 birthday parties at the bowling alley.
Jesus Christ.
Like-
homeschool kid.
like my
motherfucker. HBO. It's called Naked Attraction.
No,
I know
but
you're talking about
but none of the naked and afraid. I don't want to know any of that.
Nope. Naked Attraction.
No.
Watch it.
No.
I know
It'll blow your
exactly.
fucking mind.
They go on dates naked.
No, it's not
or
even
they meet
dates.
each other naked, right?
So
Naked.
they like straight up. They pick. There's like 5 or 6. Let's just say, for example, 5 or 6 women, and it's just their vagina down. They can't. The guy can't see their faces, so he like looks at all of them. He examines them, and then he eliminates one. And then they go up to the tits, looks at all of them, eliminates one. Then it goes up, and he sees their faces. Then he eliminates another one. Then he can hear their voices on like the final 3. And then when he eliminates the third one, he has to pick between the 2 like women fully naked. He's fully naked too at the end of it, and they have to say yes
Not
or
a
no. They
chance
can
in hell.
no, but they can
Not
no,
a fucking
no
chance.
wait. They can deny him, but then it's also the dudes. Like it's roles reversed too.
No.
It was
It's funny as fuck.
How is that a show?
It's because it's in the UK. They do whatever the
Okay.
fuck they want.
It's
But
like-
listen,
it's
they're
like love
all
on the spectrum in
uncircumcised
Australia.
there. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, no one want to see y'all's little wormholes.
What's
Like
bad?
the fuck.
What's fucked up about it is probably the first one you turn down is probably the best lay.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh
with it.
no! I'm telling you.
First off,
I'm
if
not-
you see, okay, listen, I've seen some shit on that show, and none of that shit happens in America. And I'm like, holy fuck!
I promise you.
I will give you my age. We could put it on the TV right now.
I would
It is
rather not.
wild.
I would
probably
rather
won't-
not.
Yeah,
No,
I would
you
rather
have to watch
not.
it. It's
I'm
fucking
never,
funny.
ever.
It makes you
Right.
feel really good about yourself too, because you're like, oh my god, I'm ugly sometimes, and then you look at these bitches and you're like, damn, put that up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and this is a very
Put it
conceited
up.
part of me, and that's totally okay because I think you have to be a little conceited to do what I do. I grew up here. Like I've seen the Broadway girls. I see the girls come in for for the bachelorette parties. I have friends, like we've rented out the Airbnbs and thrown the parties, and like the boys have done the thing and like the TikTok and whatever. I don't really look in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm ugly. Like I don't
I
like
mean,
I
don't
can't.
either. I'm
I
talking
got
about
body.
like,
I got body dysmorphia
I
like
mean,
a
I
motherfucker.
don't
Like,
like. I
but
don't
don't
look
get me
in
wrong,
the mirror and
Don't
do
get me
that
wrong. Don't get me
shit.
wrong. We definitely I definitely have the body dysmorphia. Like this morning, I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look fat today because I weigh more than I did 2 weeks ago.
I mean, I have horrible
However,
skin. I look
I
in
wore-
the mirror every day and I'm like, fuck.
I also weighed 17 pounds less than I do right now 2 weeks ago. So
Well,
like
you're also like cutting, and,
right.
Like,
So
doing
like
all that shit.
I look at that and that's where the body dysmorphia comes in. But sometimes like I don't look at another girl, especially girls who like. And this is so bad, and I totally don't mean it like this, and that's totally okay because I have friends that do it, and it's gonna be okay. Like the girls who like put all their stuff on the internet for you to buy, like where you can buy, like where they're doing whatever. I don't look at those girls and be like, man, she got that guy, and like he likes her more.
No, I
Never,
don't do
because
that.
let me
I
tell
don't
you
do that
something.
either. I don't
you
do
can't.
that either.
Hell no.
I don't do that either.
Yeah, that's also a weird concept too. Like I would never say that I would never date anybody that had OnlyFans or anything. But also like that's mine. I don't share. I just
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want.
Well,
there's something about it. I
yeah.
just don't want the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
what's
mean, I'm not
mine.
judging. I mean, Tawny's one of my best
Yeah.
friends.
Oh,
Like, I
absolutely.
would,
Right.
She's
I
one
I'm
of the
not
most beautiful
judging,
women
like-
I've
but
ever
I'm not
seen in my
comparing
life.
myself to those
Yeah.
women.
Right. And like I went on a date with a guy not too long ago, and one of the very first things he asked me was, "Do you have an OnlyFans?"
Yeah.
Woof.
And I was like, no. And he was like, all right, I'm just checking. And I was like, why? And he was like, I don't date girls with OnlyFans. He was like, if you've had one, currently have one. He was like, I can't. He was like, and I'm not judging you. He was like, and I don't like, that's on you to do whatever you want. He was like, however, he was like, I'm too like
Well,
territorial. He was like,
Yeah.
about what's mine. He was like, and I don't need the rest of the world seeing what it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's fair.
Well, it's
Like,
okay if you know going into it.
Yeah.
There's some level that you got to be like okay with it if they told you up front.
Yeah.
And then if
Yeah.
you get insecure down the road,
That's your
Yeah.
own
that's
fucking
but
problem.
it's if they stayed to what they told you originally.
Yeah.
Because I know people that it was this way when it started, and then with their marriage or whatever it was, that person started progressing because they knew they could make more money
Mm-hmm.
doing other stuff, and then they would try to make the husband, or if it's vice versa,
Right.
look bad because like, oh, they're not supporting me no more. They were okay with it. before.
Right.
I was okay with it when it was this.
I was okay with it when it was your titty pictures.
Yeah, like
Not
yeah.
now you're doing a whole porn on here with
Yeah.
like 17 other women. Like
Yeah.
now we got
I
problems.
love all the girls that we've had on the show that have them. I think that they are all wonderful people because they're more than just ass and tits.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
of
that's one
course.
reason why I do the show with the OnlyFans girls because I want people to know they're more than just an Instagram post or putting
Yeah,
their ass. No, they're
100%.
actually smart fucking
Some
people.
of my best friends, two of
Yeah.
my best friends are the top girls on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like have some of the biggest followings on the internet.
Yeah.
And they're both so smart and probably two of the smartest business women I've ever met. And I'm
don't-
like, y'all are making stupid money on here. And I like, get your hustle on, girl. I don't care. And every time I'm like, man, you make 6 figures a month.
I
Like,
know, I'm
It
like,
makes you
let
think
me
about
show
it.
my butthole. Damn.
Well,
what
I
are
love,
y'all doing?
I
Wait,
love the fact, and me
I'm like,
and-
can I do one and keep my clothes on and make 6 figures a month? Because if I can, I get down with it.
Me and our
Like-
we have an OnlyFans girl of the month every month. So like this month is You Found Missy. We did a show last week together. She's cool as shit, but we were talking about it, and I don't like going to strip clubs. It's not for me. But I love strippers in the fact that if you're able to make a dude happy by just shaking your ass and you can take his whole wallet, I don't have a problem with there's not
No.
a victim in it. And people like want to make it out that there's a victim. Like, oh, you made him fucking give you
You're just
his
mad
money.
because you're ugly.
Probably. Most of the time, they want to say that their morals are different or whatever. But it's the same thing with OnlyFans. If you have a following on social media, you can make life-changing money, and you get to do it by your rules.
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for that.
Yeah.
Men, y'all don't realize, I mean, y'all probably do, how fucking stupid we are. Everything since the first time I got laid at 18 was, whether I bought a shirt, a truck, whatever I did, was to guarantee that I was going to get laid again. Like, that's literally, as stupid as it sounds, a woman's love and affection is all I've ever, like, really fucking longed for. Like,
Men are wild.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm like,
I
don't
literally
need
had this-
nothing
I'm like,
else.
damn.
I had this thought actually last night.
Yeah.
Do you know Austin McBroom, the guy on
Yeah.
the Ace Family guy? He's having a full mental breakdown on the internet right now and like crying and throwing a fit because him and his wife got a divorce.
Yeah.
And he's living in an RV in his neighbor's driveway to watch his new wife's house through the trees.
Oh, my daughter showed me
Yes,
this yesterday.
and
It's
he's
fucking
when I tell you he is
wild.
having a full ass meltdown. And I thought, I don't even feel, one, I don't feel bad for him.
I
Two,
don't either.
the whole time I was watching this, I was showing a friend because we just keep making fun of it. I was
Yeah.
like,
I'm
this
like, what a
truly,
psychopath.
this truly
Oh,
just
absolutely.
proves how much of a hold women have on men. The
Y'all
way
do.
that he's acting
Hey.
out right now.
Well, you
You got
think-
that voodoo pussy.
yeah.
Well, it's
I'm
not-
like the amount of a
I
hold
I
she
imagine
has.
a good part of it is sex. Now, don't get me wrong.
Like she's got a hold on him. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I
She got the
don't.
voodoo clam.
I think it's more than that though. I think it's like you literally you long for affection.
Yeah.
Like with
everybody
me,
does.
I know like if you give me
I
the
feel
right
like
kind of
everybody does at the
attention,
end of the day.
yeah. If you give me the right kind of attention, I am probably the best dude you can like really date. Not casually date. I am a piece of shit. Like I know, because it's also the polar opposite. I love women in the fact that I'm not the best man unless I actually love and care about you. But if I love and care about you, I'm not like I'm making sure everybody knows we talking. I'm making sure everybody knows about us because I ain't fucking it up. But everything is we always long for that, and y'all guys have that power over us to where when you show us the right attention, we're fucked, and there's nothing we can do about it. There is nothing.
I mean, we've also showed the right attention to the wrong man. So,
Oh well, they're
Wait.
dickheads. They're stupid.
on another note, have you been to Barstool yet?
Have I been to Barstool? I love Barstool. You can catch me there all the time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was there because I fight for Barstool. Like I do the
Yeah,
rough
I
and
know.
ratty
And
thing.
you've
Yeah.
been- why have I
So-
not seen you there?
Oh, girl, I'm being there all the time. I take my medals in there and wave them around, get up on stage, the whole deal.
When?
I was just there a couple nights ago.
Oh, a couple months ago.
No, a couple nights ago. Like I was just there. No, I'm there all the time.
I
live
haven't
on
been there
Second.
yet.
I live on Second Avenue. Like I'm there all the time.
Why the fuck have I never seen you in there?
What bartend? What do you
Main
bartend?
bar.
Which okay.
Main bar. Every weekend.
Oh, the big middle one.
Yeah,
that's
every
because I don't go to
weekend.
that one. I'm either up top.
Or
and-
Zactina.
Sure, maybe, or I'm over in a section.
I mean, still, like,
But
how have I not seen you though?
I don't know. Well,
That's
because
weird because I work every weekend.
because I don't look like this all the time. I
mean, neither do I.
I
I'm
look a
like,
little
damn.
cuter than this, but it's okay.
First time I guess it was the first time she actually did the show at Live Oak with us.
Mm-hmm.
I was so used to her seeing her in gym clothes and just relaxed fit shit. She comes in there looking like a fucking dime in this pink fucking
Like
thing you had on.
fluorescent,
Oh,
fluorescent.
I didn't
pink
even know it was
satin
her.
dress.
I didn't know it
I
was
had
her.
a cowboy hat on.
Listen, I
like,
love tricking motherfuckers.
I do
They're
too.
Like, oh, you only see me like I'm like, yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, "Where the fuck is Ireland?" And I texted her. She's like, I'm sitting right here.
no, you know the funniest thing?
I'm dead.
I was seeing this guy, and we had met at like out, and I was like in a casual outfit, like it was cute, but it was very casual. And then every time I would see him, I am like the queen of like I will keep it so casual when I see a man and like go on dates because I want you to be like I like her when she doesn't look her best.
Yeah.
Because I
I
can
always
get
look like a fucking troll.
I
Like-
like, no, I like that though.
because it like I'm like I got to see how good I can keep you. Well, then I had like we've been talking for a while, and then I was like, he's like, "Do you want to come over for dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got I have a work event, so I have to go to that first, and then I'll be over." Like, into this work event, I wore a tight green dress and a long coat and cowboy boots. Had my hair done up. I went and got my makeup done, and I showed it to his house.
Damn,
I have
okay.
never in my life seen a man look at me
He
the
got
way
a
that he looked
fucking
at me.
half chub immediately.
He kept looking at me, and he would like look at me and then look away and look. And I was like, "What is wrong with you?" And he goes, I just
I'd
never
have made
seen
a comment the
like,
second I opened the door.
I mean,
I'd
he
have made it known
not
right then.
That's
say
really
a
fu-
thing. And
It's-
he finally goes, I mean, you just. why don't you wear dresses all the time? And I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I got
Some
you
of
right
the
where I was, bitch. No,
I was
went
like,
on-
well, you know.
I went on a date, I actually went on a date. I know, it's
Oh.
surprising. Anyways, I went on a date. What was
love
it,
this for
last
you.
week? I know. It's,
Was it a real date though, or was
No,
it like
it
a
was.
Nashville date? Because those are
No,
different.
it was a real date. He
Okay.
even opened my car door for me,
oh,
in and out, and I was like, ugh, I'm wet.
winning,
I know.
winning. The bar is on the floor. The bar is on the floor here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I mean,
The bar,
I'm like, the bar
floor.
is very low. So,
It's
anyways,
like-
we
it's-
went on a
it's-
date.
yeah.
But he's only seen me in like my work outfits, which I mean, like, cool. Like, we wear leggings and like have our tits out.
Yeah.
Like, it's shit like that. But still, there's a difference. Like,
Yeah, complete
seeing you
difference.
in like clothes that you're going to like a place in and shit like that. And he was like, oh my God, you look so amazing. And I was like, thanks.
I know. And
And I'm like, is it? And I
you know
thought
what's-
about it. I was like, it's that big of a difference, like seeing me like in my leggings and like Barstool shirt, and then seeing me in jeans and like a
Yeah.
sweater. And he was like, you look so amazing. And I was like, oh my God, I just love you. Like, you're so sweet.
I went on a date with a boy.
I'm like, oh my God, like, can we
It's
just
the best.
get married?
Literally, can we get married?
I know. I'm like, you think I look so good in this fucking bodysuit that's up my fucking ass?
Oh.
I'm like, oh
No.
it's
Those are the
scratching my fucking asshole at this point.
Those are the dumbest fucking things to me, by the way.
A bodysuit.
I hate them.
I think
I
they're
hate them, but they
fucking
look
stupid.
so good.
Hate
They
them.
look
I think
so
they're
good
so
though.
fucking
I hate them
stupid.
because I'm all legs and I just can't do it.
Felt
I just
that.
can't fucking do it. But he was like, "You look so amazing."
No,
I'm like,
get
and he kept
this.
telling me all night, and I was like,
It's the
"You're
nicest.
gonna get your dick sucked."
You know,
But
when
he
you
did
walked in
it.
this door, the first thing
He
I
did
thought,
it.
damn, she's beautiful.
Stop! I'm not
You
sucking.
didn't,
Wow.
you
I'm
didn't
not
get that
sucking your
joke at
dick.
all. It went over her head.
I'm not sucking her
You
dick.
literally,
No, I said I'm not sucking her dick.
oh, you
got
like
the
shit,
joke.
and bitch.
I got the joke.
It's horrible.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I walked in. You look good." Yeah, I'm not sucking your dick. That's not what we're doing.
I went on a date with a guy.
Darn.
I went on a date with a guy who worked at
Got the
Barstool,
joke.
and
Who?
I can't say his name. I can't say his
Tell me
name.
after that.
Afterwards, I'll tell you. And he worked at Barstool, and we had
Wait,
been like,
a bartender?
no.
Oh.
And we had been like, I had been seeing him because
So I
I
was
kept,
about to talk
I kept
shit.
like going to Barstool, so I kept seeing him. So we kept talking, and I was like, man, he's so cute. Like he's so cute, whatever. And then he asked for my phone number, and I was like, all right, okay, this is great. For the first time in my life, he came to my house and picked me up for this date. I was so nervous. I'd never been nervous for a date, but I was like, he's coming to my house to pick me up. Like he's gonna come over here
Yeah,
and
the
pick
dude
me up.
picked me
When
up
they pick
both
you up,
times, and I was like,
Wait, did they not normally pick you up?
no, because in Nashville, people are fucking weirdos.
They don't pick you
let
up,
them
you
come to your
drive
fucking
yourself.
Okay,
house.
I
Uber.
can get not opening the door all the time.
No, okay.
They don't pick you up.
Sometimes it's a little like if you expect me to do it every fucking time.
No,
there's
no,
No, I
sometimes
don't
you should.
expect you to
I don't
do it
either,
at all.
But if
But-
I ask you on a date, you're supposed to be picked up.
No.
Okay, so
Like,
I'm old
like,
fashioned like
yeah,
that.
like
I am
it-
too.
Okay, wait, let me back up. Hold on, not to
Yeah.
interrupt you, but he did offer to pick me up twice. So we went on a date like the first time, like on this one day, and then the next day, like we had made plans to go on another date the next day, and he's like, "Can I pick you up?" And I was like, "Just because I know you,
Yeah.
like, I'll let you pick me up, but." No, you don't let people pick you up here because they're fucking freaks.
I can see that.
But he picked me up, and I was
that
just
makes
like,
a little more sense.
and I was like, oh, okay. And I don't expect you to open my door every
And I
time.
feel
It's
like
just
a
a
cute
nice
little
gesture,
girl
and
when you
it
pick
just
me
like
up.
it's
Like I feel like
nice.
a, I feel
I
like
know.
a
I'm
cute
like,
little
you're
girl.
gonna pick me up, and I'm like,
Well, okay, so
okay, pull out your wiener.
here, okay, calm down.
Not really. I'm joking.
But like, homeboy came to my house, picked me up in his truck.
It's so nice.
So nice. And I got in the car and he was like, "You look beautiful." And I
I
was
know.
like,
I was like, you're like,
He
ugh,
takes me to dinner.
throbbing.
And mind you, I'm getting prepped for a fight. I'm getting prepped for a fight, so like I can barely eat anything. So he had asked me, he was
like perhaps a salad.
well, he was like, "Where can you go?" He was like, "Where can you go that you can get food out?" He was
Oh
like,
my
"And then we'll
God.
go wherever that is." So I had like looked up restaurants. I gave him options.
You
and he
should
was
have
like,
looked his wiener.
I did not. So
Wow.
let's chill.
Where can you go?
So he takes me to this restaurant. They don't have a dessert that I can eat, but he knew that I wanted dessert. He takes me to Kroger after the date and we go to the bakery. I pick out a dessert that I want. We sat in the parking lot and ate this dessert in the parking lot, in the backseat of his truck in the Kroger parking lot. And it was the cutest thing that's ever happened to
And
me.
you didn't give him over the pants handy at least? Like, holy fuck.
You know what I'm realizing? you're probably the wife, but you're more my type.
Listen, I'm also
I'm
fucking
sitting here thinking,
joking.
it's like, you know what? If I go to
also
Kroger,
fucking joking, by the way.
if I go to Kroger
'Cause I did not-
and I
the dude-
get you a dessert, and then I don't get at least a over the pants Handy J, I'm never buying you dessert again.
Which I will say, we
I'm
listen.
probably
Here's
never
the deal.
buying anybody dessert again.
If you know me, I'm also half-ass joking because the dude I went on the date with 2 days in a row, we just made out and like he did not.
We
try
didn't even
anything.
kiss.
I was not trying to.
We
I
did
was
not
Once
even
again,
kiss in this date.
I stayed at his house and we did not do anything.
Well,
I wasn't gonna do anything.
We didn't even
with
kiss
him.
in this date. And then, like 2 days later, he had texted me and I was like, "What are you doing today?" And he was like, "I'm going hiking." And my dumb ass just like
Hiking in
didn't
the
respond
sun.
because I was like, I would have gone hiking. I saw him 2 days later at Barstool. He goes, "Why didn't you respond to me?" And I was like,
Whoa.
I was like, because I just thought you
You're
were
like, I
going
was taking a
hiking. Like,
shit. Leave me
like
alone.
you were going hiking. I thought you. He goes, "No, I was hoping that you would ask if like you could come." And I was like, and then he has a girlfriend now.
Should have gave him over the
okay.
pants Handy J.
You should have let
You
us
should have
win.
gave.
Should.
We're simple creatures.
Well, first off,
If we're nice to
I'm
you,
good, I'm
at least
good
give us
luck
a little
Chuck.
affirmation. Doesn't mean that
I was nice to him. I didn't have to do
I'm good
anything to be
luck,
nice.
Chuck.
It's probably, but also too,
100%.
that's super
I am.
attractive when you don't like. If,
I didn't do that on the dude I went on a date with though.
If you
Like,
if
let me
you
tell
are
you
not
something.
quick to make a move, like kissing or
I
whatever,
don't do
like
it.
if you get a kiss, a sweet little
Nope.
kiss here or there, that's fine. But like if you come on too strong, it makes me think
I don't kiss
that it's
them
literally
ever.
that's all you want, and that's kind of unattractive.
Yeah, well, that's what dudes do. Like, I don't ever like if the dates I've
I
been
don't
on,
need
the
you to
guys
think
I've
that I'm
like
a
hung
whore.
out with, like,
Yeah.
I
Like-
know I talk a lot of shit and I'm being
Yeah.
very vulgar, but I'm just like I'm doing it to
You
be
can
funny.
tell you're not that way though. You
Yeah.
can tell,
I'm definitely
It-
fucking not. I stayed the
Yeah.
night with that fucking dude, and all we did was make out, and he didn't try anything. I wasn't gonna try anything, and I wasn't gonna let him do anything because I'm just not like that.
well, the funny thing is
But I'm very
the
vulgar.
way it's okay to be vulgar. The way I know you're not that way is the ones that are proud of it for some strange reason. Like they like
Yeah.
they like to talk it. They like to let you know, and you're not doing that. Like you're just that's weird.
No, that's
whenever
why I was
somebody's
like,
proud
did
of
you
that
like
shit.
give him an over the pants handy? I'm like, no, my little childish ass would giggle. I fucking,
Yeah, I'm a child when it comes
I
to that
like-
stuff.
Like I remember sitting.
I
in,
couldn't
I
fucking
sat in his
do
car
it.
like this. We're sitting, eating my dessert from Kroger.
making out.
No. And I'm sitting like this. He's over here in the center console, and I'm sitting with my knees this way because
Oh my god, you didn't want to kiss him?
Well, no, because I didn't want him to think that I was coming on too strong, and so I was like, if I
Bitch,
sit like
he
this,
literally is coming on too strong buying you a dessert at Kroger.
If you don't think that man
That man
bought
wanted
you
to
that
pull his
dessert
dick out
and then
in that
and
truck.
like y'all are gonna sit in the Kroger parking
Are
lot.
you fucking kidding me?
He 100% thought you were gonna touch his dick in one way or
First off,
another.
not even that, but he was expecting a kiss at least.
Oh, absolutely.
Damn, you could have kept him on the damn line with a kiss on the cheek.
sorry.
I'm glad
Hey,
you
no,
didn't.
I'm proud of you for that.
Listen, that is one thing. That is one thing.
No,
God, my
making
child
out,
better turn out to be
fucker.
just like you. But
No, I
just-
don't do that shit.
I just here's the thing. Everybody has been with everybody in Nashville. Everybody has been with
Exactly
everybody.
why I don't do anything.
One, I'm not going to do anything. Two, I was just raised in such a way that, like, you will not catch me selling myself short to somebody's dusty ass son who thinks he's going to be the next Morgan
really
Wallen.
think she made
Exactly.
eye contact with me when she said dusty ass son. I appreciate it.
Because
She looked dead at me through my soul when she fucking did that.
That's when all them old men are like, oh, who got a hold of your pants? Or,
What
somebody,
the
a
fuck?
dog got a hold of your
Yeah.
pants. I'm like, yeah, your dusty ass son, motherfucker. Shut up.
like, I just cannot be bothered. And I think part of it
can't do it.
is because I have such a high standard for men. One, because
Yeah.
my younger brother is 10 out of 10, probably he's going to be the most amazing husband one day when he marries this girl that he's currently dating. Like, he lives to such a standard that I'm like, if some man is all like, if I think my brother's going to roast you, I'm not bringing you home. I'm sorry. If my little
Yeah.
brother is going to roast the shit out of you, you're not coming home with me.
My grandpa will fucking light your ass on fire. So
Oh,
if you
my
can't, If
Lord,
you can't deal
yeah.
with my grandpa, then you
That's
ain't
the
coming
coolest
home.
shit to me, though. Like, if you've ever dated somebody and their family had nothing to do with you, or like they just wasn't sociable, and then you go to a situation to where they're talking shit to you, they're having a good time with you, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
to
If
me.
you can't talk shit to my family, then they will not
Yeah.
like you. So it's just, I mean, that's how it is. But
Like, do you have siblings?
yeah.
Like, do you ever think, and I just had this conversation with someone, do you ever think, like, when you're dating somebody or seeing somebody, you're like, all right, how are they going to fit in my sibling dynamic? Like, are they going to mess it up? Because if I think if I'm dating somebody or seeing somebody and like, if I think he's going to come in and mess with my family dynamic, or like my brothers aren't going to think he's cool, or like he's too like pansy-ish, for like, my brothers are very manly. Like, they're very,
my
very
family,
manly.
like, no, if they can't,
Like, if you can't hang, you're not, it's not, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to last.
I'm already a lot as it is, but I
Same.
mean, my
Yeah.
family, like, if you can't even handle, like, the shit talking for me, then you're definitely not going to handle it for
Yeah,
them.
I don't think you can do that. I think you got to,
Yeah.
if it makes you happy, the person, like, I think you kind of got to deal with it till they get used to it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
There's no
I'm
way
not
there-
always on 10, just, like, talking about, hey, show me your wiener, but, like.
Right, but like,
Oh, I know that, but still, like with my type, I love tattoos. I love dark hair. Like, that's my shit. My granddaddy and the rest of my family, like the older folks, if they were still alive and they saw tattoos, I remember when I got my first one, they were like, "What the fuck? You're going straight
My
to
dad
hell."
was pissed.
They would turn up their nose, and I'm like, I'm really happy. So I don't think like that's always.
yeah, I get that. Like, speaking of
Yeah.
tattoos, my grandpa was in a Southern gospel quartet.
Oh,
my whole life.
yeah.
Okay, so this man loves the Lord, and I love the Lord, and
Same.
living
Same
his
with this
best
show.
life with the gospel quartet and like in the church, and my grandma like doing everything she did with like the Sunday school. Like, she was a Sunday school teacher my whole life. I learned more about the Bible spending the weekends at their house than I did in a church service.
Yeah.
And when I started getting tattoos, like, I've got, from probably here down done. And when I started getting tattoos, I remember I went to their house, and my grandma loves to throw a dinner party. Like, she's got one of those big 12-person tables. Like, she's always having
I
a party.
just know you have the best family ever. I cannot tell you how I know.
Yeah.
It just-
Like
feel
you,
it's
do
just
have
a
the
fun
best
time.
have a
family.
great
You
fucking
do have
family.
It's
the
just
best
fun.
family.
It's you can come whenever you want. We have dinner all the time. We do big stuff all the time. Y'all can come whenever. And I was over at their house, and she was like, "Oh, we're having so and so from church over for dinner, and this couple, and they're coming. Do you remember so and so? You met them in Missouri." And da da da. And I'm like, I don't know who these people are. I get there, and I'm wearing shorts, and I'm sitting I rolled in a chair from the other room because they had all the seats, and I was sitting like this, so my leg that has the tattoos was sticking out. And this old man that my grandma's been friends with for years goes, "Now, Ireland, why would you put that nasty old piece of ink on your skin? And you're so pretty." And da da da. My grandma, who married to a Southern gospel quartet singer man and taught in the Sunday school, looked at this man dead in his eyeballs, and I will never forget it. Shout out to Mimi. She goes, "Well, she likes it, and she's not hurting anybody, and she still loves the Lord, and so we're going to let her do what she wants." And I was like, "She's going to get you." And he goes, "Well, I just don't approve." I don't know this man's first name to this day, and I can't tell you if I could find him now. And she goes, "Well, you don't have to approve. You don't have her last name." And I was like,
Woof.
We talked about this with Ryan and Justin yesterday, how we got into like a little bit of, I guess, religious stuff. And it was where the older generation, they don't realize, and they don't mean any harm out of it, but like they don't realize that like a sin is created equal.
yeah,
And in their eyes, though, whatever you're doing is worse than whatever they did. But when they were kids, hell, when they started listening to rock and roll, their parents and their grandparents like, this is devil music.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with like they just don't understand. There's nothing, absolutely nothing fucking wrong with it.
Yeah, it's like I've always heard it and I've always tried to say this because I've felt like I grew up in a very strict church. Like the church that I went to as a kid, like was very strict, very cult-like, very like there was
If you don't mind me asking, because there's a lot of things with your family. Are you Mormon?
no,
Is it just straight Christianity?
Yeah.
Okay.
but like
You said some shit, and I was like, she's
You like Church of
definitely
Christ?
a
no,
Mormon.
but it's like the Southern Baptist, like
Yeah,
like
I grew
so
up Southern
my
Southern
my
Baptist.
parents
I'm
both
Southern,
grew up
yeah.
Assemblies of God, which if you
Okay,
hear
yeah,
the
yeah,
Assemblies of
yeah.
God people
I don't know
talk about it, they
I don't
call
know
it the
what that
ass
is.
of God,
No, I know
and
what
it
you're
is
talking
like
about.
the super strict, charismatic, like can't play cards, anything that has a cards.
Oh,
and, like, You can't go to
okay.
Like
movies,
Baptist
like,
don't dance
and they're
and all that
super,
shit.
they're super into like the end times, and like they would like scare you into the end times and being like, we're all going to hell and whatever.
Yeah.
But then my grandpa being a Southern Gospel Quartet, that's pretty Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
And then I grew up in a non-denominational church, but really that's more like Presbyterian and like very charismatic. So like they have the flags and you dance and whatever. Okay.
Presbyterian's kind of strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the one that
Wait,
does
no,
the talking
yeah,
in tongues,
Presbyterian.
right?
No, that
See,
isn't.
that
It
was
is.
our
Yeah, I can't
our
go with
Assembly
that
of God
one.
was Pentecostal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't do
Pentecostal.
that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what I was
Presbyterian
gonna say. I
Pentecostal.
was like, wait a
Very
second.
Big
Like, I
guitar.
grew up,
Yeah.
I
The
grew
full
up Southern
praise band,
Baptist.
Yeah, full
drums and
praise
all.
band, drums, everything.
I played lead
Pentecostal, the
guitar.
blue jean
a lot-
skirt.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them though, like the first time I got saved was I got the preacher that was up there like a revival was doing at church. They made you so scared of hell that you didn't want to go.
Yeah.
It wasn't they were teaching Jesus' love or
Yeah.
anything else.
They were more scaring you straight
Yeah,
kind
they
of
were.
thing.
Yeah, and then the second time,
which is how I grew up. I
Yeah.
grew up in like a
I don't-
scared
That's
straight
That's why,
environment.
that's why I got rebaptized.
Yeah, I did
because
too.
yeah.
I got it for the wrong reasons the first time.
I
I,
mean,
was
we were
literally
lit-
scared
I
of
was
going to
little.
hell.
Yeah, you're little. Yeah,
I was little. Then I got rebaptized when I could understand.
yeah,
it.
like
That hellfire and brimstone shit, I do not like it.
Yeah.
fucking
That's
at
why I
all.
went
that's. I grew up in a church
non-denominational.
that was like a very like scare you straight kind of
Yeah.
environment, and it was one of those things where you like. You're scared to do anything wrong because you're like, I'm like, I thought people with spiky hair were going to hell.
Yeah.
I thought like,
No, I get it. I
Like
promise you, from
Pentecostal.
the
like
community
it's
I'm
because
from,
that's
I
just
get
like
it.
you get scared into these things, and then
Yeah.
as I got older,
I wasn't.
I
that
started
scared. Damn.
Yeah.
oh, I was scared, and
I'm
then
like,
and
yeah,
then-
you some Pentecostal.
well because
shit
I
right
don't
there.
I don't like to break rules. I don't like to like I don't want to go out of my way to like disrespect other people or like go
Yeah.
against someone directly, like out of my way to like hurt feelings. And so I'll follow the rules. Like it is what it is. But as I got older, I got into this like you were saying, like sin has like no levels. Like there's no like totem pole of like,
No,
well,
if
this
you
is
go
worse
by the
than
Bible, it literally says all
Yeah,
sin is
Right.
they're
Like
all
there's no
sins are
like,
equal.
all right, well, you're going to hell first because of X, Y, and Z, and you did
Yeah.
this, and like, okay, you lied to your mom when you were 6, and I did cocaine right here, sister. Like it is,
Well, a lot of
and
people
so
don't
like
realize like
trying to,
if you break it down to where you're trying to make sense of the sin,
Mm-hmm.
it'll never happen. But it's literally you're breaking a law.
yeah,
It does not matter what law you're breaking.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid as fuck to say, hey, I hit on my buddy's wife compared to you murdered somebody.
Right.
But it's a commandment either way.
Right.
And you broke it. That's
Correct.
where it's all created equal.
Right.
In our eyes, it never looks that way.
right. And that I think is like one of the hard things for like people to like grasp of like, dude, I'm not like both my parents work in music, so the whole like secular music growing up in church and like
Yeah.
secular music and then like worship music. We listen to everything at our house. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember a time where we weren't allowed to listen to certain kind of music. We couldn't watch like Harry Potter and stuff because I was like witchcraft. But like,
I wasn't allowed to watch Harry
but
Potter
like,
growing up.
there was like, there's different things where, I mean, and everybody's parents are different the way they raise you and what
Yeah.
they think is right and wrong and all these things. But growing up in the church and having this whole like, sin is this and sin is this and blah, 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 whatever. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, dude, that's why I would never like, I'm never going to judge an OnlyFans girl. I'm never going to judge because like, yeah, in somebody's eyes, that might be sin and like you might be doing something wrong. However, your moral compass is different than mine. And at the end of the day, it is not my job to judge you.
You can't define another person's morals.
No,
No.
because that's
you
not my
can't.
job. Like I grew up with a different set of morals than you did, probably,
Yeah.
and then you did, and then you did. Like, and that's just the way that everybody's parents raised you. Like you had
Yeah,
a
you
different.
can never get mad. Like I couldn't even like if there was a Harry Potter fan here, and it's not that I dislike it. I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah,
I could see where somebody would look at that if they were passionate about their beliefs and be like, okay, there's a little bit of an issue to this.
yeah,
And you have to try to see it from both sides.
100%. I think the problem you run into a lot with like going back to like the older generation is they cannot see it from both sides.
Oh, absolutely
They're
not.
No,
they're
they never
so
can.
hell bent on what they know and what's right that they will never see it from the other side. So there's really no point in arguing.
But you kind of have to sympathize with them, though.
Right, because they don't know any
another
better.
way.
They
And
do
that
not know
comes
any
from
better.
their parents. Like that's
Right.
what their parents taught them.
Right. And so like for my grandmother, who I love dearly, who is in her late 80s, I think she's 87 or 88, like in her late 80s, for her to look at another grown man that she grew up with going to church and being like, hey, you don't get to decide what you like and don't like about her.
Well-
And you don't get to decide if she's allowed to or not allowed to have tattoos. And you don't get to decide if you like them or don't like them because she has them and she likes them and we don't care.
Well, regardless of what religion you are,
Yeah.
every once in a while you're going to find somebody like your grandma.
Right.
They realize what religion it actually is.
Yeah.
Like it teaches you how to be a better person, how to look to a higher power.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one commonality across all religions is you're supposed to love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like you're supposed to treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And some people get the right things in religion. The bad part about it is you have certain churches or certain wherever I don't know all the names for the other type of religions where they go to worship temples or whatever. but you get people that teach their way of their understanding of the gospel, regardless of what it is.
Because it gets really legalistic.
Yeah, and then it's like you're not pushing God's views on me; you're pushing your views on me,
Yes.
and then it's like, oh, you're
Or-
making me feel bad about
or-
myself.
Or they're pushing their interpretation of
Yes.
what they've interpreted from the Bible, and they have not, like, if you look at different pastors, like famous pastors on TV, or like the YouTube pastors, or
Don't
like
get me
the
started.
celebrity.
No, I
Girl.
boy,
Girl.
let's go.
Don't
Let's
even get me
fucking
started.
go.
Because if
No,
you,
because I'm hungry.
because here's the thing.
We're about done, Dick. Could have ate a piece of pizza.
With the thing
I'm
about
just hungry.
these,
Oh.
like, celebrity pastors or whatever you want to call them, where they've got a
Rena
big
right
following,
now?
they
Said
are
pizza.
so quick. Like, you hear now there's like terms like TikTok pastors where
Yeah.
they're only saying something because they know that their
They're gonna
social
get
media
views.
team can pull it and put it on TikTok. So they're going to say it no matter if it's right or wrong biblically. They're going to say it because it's going to sound good and it's going to capture people. And they're like, well, you know, the views reach more people and the more people we reach and did it. And I'm like, you're not reaching anybody if you're sharing the wrong thing.
You're supposed to. That's why I do not like organized religion anymore. Like probably 30, 40 years ago, I would have been all about it. Now it's too commercial. But in my mind, it's supposed to be your own relationship with God.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yep.
He's the one who at the end of the day says whether you did a
Yeah.
good job or not.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that has to answer to God at the end of the day,
Yeah.
so it is none of your business.
It is none of your business because at the end of the day, this is truly like, no matter what anybody else believes, what I believe at the end of the day, when I die, I'm going to stand in front of God and he is either going to look at me and be like, well done, you good and faithful servant,
Yeah.
or he's going to be like, depart from me, I never knew you.
Exactly,
And
it's none
I
of their
am not going to
business.
stand up there and be like, and have him look at me and be like, depart from me, I never knew you. I will not
Yeah.
do it. I can't because one, I wasn't raised that way, but also I'm not willing. And people are like, well, how do you know if you're right or not? Which
You
is
know in your
also a
heart.
thing.
That's
Cause like,
faith. That's literally
that's
what
literally
Yeah,
faith
faith
is.
because-
I'd rather die believing like there was a God to find out there wasn't one than to.
I'm not
like,
willing to
you
find
know-
out there's not because at the end of the
Yeah.
like I have a cousin for instance, he's Muslim. And he's like we'll have good conversations and like we don't hate each other. He's my cousin. Like his mom is my
Those
aunt.
are
Like
some of the best
like
conversations.
I'm
that
not
you have
gonna
with
be
somebody
like I
that.
hate
Sure
you. Like
are.
brother, we got the same last name. Like
Yeah.
and so with him, he's like, well, how do you know you're right? And I'm like, how do you know you're right? And he's like, well, and I'm like, well,
Let me ask you.
Like-
let me ask you in that situation. Was he raised like around the same place and area you were? Mm-mm. Okay, so here's my thing. I say this to every time I get into arguments with Christians because for some reason older Christians seem to be like the biggest assholes and hypocrites.
They love
and they
to argue.
know that they're right more than anything else. If we were born in the Middle East, all we ever would have known was being Muslim growing up.
Right.
We would not have known anything else.
right. Well,
So
that's
I
how-
can't look at somebody else that's different than me,
Right.
and say that they're completely wrong.
Right.
I don't have a problem with people that are different.
so
like
my
that.
cousin, his dad is from Jordan in the Middle East.
There you go.
Knows no difference.
Yep.
Grew up in Dearborn, Michigan, the Muslim number one population of Muslims in America. Grew up there. He knows like that's just how he grew up, and like his mom grew up Catholic. Like my aunt grew up Catholic. Like nobody's judging anybody. Nobody's mad at anybody. But he does like just like I don't know any different. I grew up in a Christian home in Nashville, Tennessee, in the Bible Belt, like right in the buckle of it. Like there's a church on every corner. My grandpa sang in churches my whole life. My dad worked on gospel music his whole life. I sang in the church choir. I've played in every church band. I danced in the church. Like I don't know any different. So I think that also comes to it because I studied a lot. I studied whatever the class is in high school where you study. It's the study of all religions. Where every 9 weeks you study a new religion.
Oh, we definitely didn't have that in Georgia.
Theology?
It's theology, but it's like the class is called something. I don't remember what it's called. But you basically like study all the different religions.
Yeah.
And when you really get down to it, it's like, yeah, I have the faith to think that what I believe is true, right? Like what I believe, and I believe that to be true. After studying all the other religions, I'm not going to look at somebody and be like, you're stupid because that's what you believe. And that's what you've studied.
Well,
and that's
as
what
long
you've
as
looked
somebody
up.
else is just as passionate in their beliefs as you are about yours, and
Yeah.
it's not like they just say it. You have some people in this day and age, regardless if it's religion or anything else. If I ask you why you believe in something, and you're like, "Oh, just because I do,"
Because my parents told me to.
yeah, that makes I automatically dismiss you.
Yeah.
But if you will go into detail why you believe in what you believe, then at least if we're
100%.
different, I can respect you.
Yeah.
and we're fine.
because it's not like it's kind of, I mean, it's like everybody, like when you grow up and you just believe, like whatever you believe is because of your parents or because, well, that's just what I was taught the right thing to do was. And it's like, well, if you can't even tell me like the basics of what you believe in.
I think it grows your faith though if you talk to these other people and you still have the same outlook.
Yes.
I think it's you should.
Yeah.
I have loved talking. My favorite shows that I ever do are with people that are from different walks of life than me, that have different beliefs than me. Like we just had one last week with this woman who does not believe in vaccines. But she explained and detailed why she doesn't believe in vaccinating her children, her dogs, or anything. And she's educated on it. Then not all of it I believe.
I mean, I don't believe in a lot of them.
Yeah, like some of the shit she said, it makes you second guess and it makes you grow.
Right.
If we're so close minded, and this is where that older generation, they refuse to learn because they've been just like so concrete in their beliefs for so long.
Yeah.
But with us, at least we're like, I'll look at something.
Yeah, I'll
gotta,
sit down and
I ain't
listen
gotta
to it.
like it.
Yeah. Like, I don't believe in all the vaccines, but I also
I
like,
definitely fucking don't.
I also know that I definitely got vaccines when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But like,
Maybe that's why I got the tism.
Yeah, I think you got dropped, baby. Yeah, you got.
but like,
You got something.
But
got
also,
done to
I
you.
was a missionary in Africa. I've been meaning to say that. Yeah, I went to Africa twice as a missionary. So
That's my biggest pet peeve
why?
when it comes to religion. I hate it.
Okay.
No. I don't hate you.
Oh,
I don't
shit,
hate.
we'll square up.
All right, now listen to me though. This is why I don't like.
are you?
But I wasn't
say what
pressing
you're gonna
out-
say, and then
All
I'll
this
say
is
what
why
I'll
I
say
don't
about
like
it.
Okay.
I don't like people that were raised in Africa, or I better finish that sentence real quick.
Yeah.
Africa
That's
or
racist.
Middle East or wherever it is. That they've been raised. I know I fucked that up real good, didn't I?
That was good.
I don't like that people go and tell them that they're wrong in the way that they were raised and believe.
That's not what I did.
I'm not saying you did, but there are people that go, and it's even like in the country we live in,
Yeah.
that there are people that will go somewhere and they'll be like, you don't need to believe this is wrong. I don't think that we should tell other people what to believe and that it's right or wrong. It's a belief.
Yeah. See.
I don't care for that shit.
See,
Here's-
that's not what we were doing. We were just
Before you say what you're gonna say, because I don't want to hurt your feelings if you're gonna say it.
Okay.
My thing about it, and I've been on mission trips. Like
Yeah.
I lived on an Indian reservation for 10 days
I
and
hope
went and
you hurt her
ran.
feelings. You're gonna fight
And-
right here. Make sure you get it.
No, because she's gonna whoop my
And went and
ass.
like ran summer camps up at these like Indian reservations,
Yeah.
and not to like shove anything down anybody's
What?
throats. An
Like,
Indian
y'all went to
reservation.
Indian reservations?
I lived
Okay.
on one for 10 days. It was crazy. It was a
Gambled
wild
on
time.
one and lost a lot of money.
Me too. I was like 13. It was great.
They've made back the Trail of
you
Tears
can
off
Yeah.
my
gamble
ass.
at 13.
What? Yeah, on an Indian reservation because the U.S. laws don't apply on the reservations, Miss Girl. You better believe I was gambling in the little casinos on the
Yeah.
reservation.
Coming from the Bible Belt, you were fucking gambling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She
a
said, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
Hey,
and I
that's-
told my mama too.
that's a vice that don't skip religion, baby.
Fuck you, Dad.
telling
Just
you.
like the
Yeah.
Baptists, we still drinking.
Yeah.
But
Hit me.
my thing my thing
I know
about
we're playing fucking quarters. What are you talking about?
my thing about mission trips is, and I learned this from a girl who I know a girl and her family runs an orphanage in Africa, and they sponsor an orphanage down there, and they do a lot of good work down there. And I had said something. I was like, "Oh, I want to go and like work and help and whatever." And she was like, "Yeah, you can come." She was like, "But let me tell you what we don't do." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "We don't go in and just start doing stuff in these villages." She was like, "We go in with like teams and we like, what do you need? What do you need help with? Do you need help with anything? If you don't need help, do you know
You show
anybody
your
that,
love first.
do you know anyone that needs help?"
Yeah.
Because what they were realizing is what was happening with churches is they were sending these teams to villages in Africa and being like, "We're going to put a well in the middle of your village for clean water." And then all of a sudden these women were like, "Hey, the only time I have away from my abusive husband is when I have to walk 3 miles there and 3 miles back with water on my head. And that's the only time I get away from him. So you putting this well in the like 5 seconds outside of my doorstep does me no good."
Well, it's kind of like they're colonizing.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like,
Like
you're going.
they
in
were
and
like,
changing
"This is
somebody's
not helpful."
completely
They were like,
different way of
"You
life.
are coming in here as churches thinking you're being helpful and spending all this money in places we don't need it. Like we have a system. If you would like to help us, we have sick kids that need help, and we've got,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to bring in some food and like help people pay bills, sure, get down with it, or pay people's debts off, help us. But please don't come in here and just make decisions for us." And that's the problem I have with mission trips. Is
That's
a lot of
I-
times,
I've never thought it that way, but that would probably bother me too.
a lot of times what happens is like there's no real like research or questions being asked, and
No,
people
there's
just
not.
show
a
up.
A lot of the times, that's exactly what they're
Yeah.
doing, and they're going to the places that like don't need it.
Yeah,
And I don't, not necessarily like don't need it, but they're going to the places that they've
like
got
they've
their
got a
own
system.
shit.
Y'all got a
They
system, and that's
do.
cool.
They've got their own shit, and that's not like what we did. We weren't like I went to the poorest country in Africa. Like they had never seen white people before, so like we weren't going to the places that like were already had their own system. We were going to the places that like I said, they had
Literally
never seen
a third world country.
Yes, they had never seen white people before, and we weren't going to like. We were going to see what they needed, and then we were also like we had translators. Like I walked 12 miles in one day one time. Like I mean, it was like yes, we were preaching the word of God, but also like that wasn't our main mission. It was just to like help these
Be
people.
good people and help
Yeah,
Yes,
like
and
find
and
out
our
what they need.
translators were pastors, and they
Yeah.
had churches in these villages, but they didn't have like an actual church, but the pastors they needed more like outreach. And so like obviously like these people had never seen white people, and like they were scared. They were like, who the fuck are y'all? And so they see us and they're interested. And so like that's when like I mean it sounds weird, but like they're drawn to that, and they're like, okay, like bring them to the church. Then once we get them to the church, what can we do for you? Like how can we help your village? Like how can we like show our love? And then if you want to learn about the word of God, then that's your choice. Like we're not forcing that on you.
I have no problem in the world
Yeah,
with that.
I have no problem
No,
with
No,
that
that's what
at all.
I was
Yeah.
doing, because like no, Malawi is the poorest country in Africa, and that's where I went. And like on like literally there was parts of Malawi that like we were not allowed to go, because if they saw or if some of the people in the village heard that we were coming to preach the word of God, or even like just walking up to see what they needed, then they would kill us on the spot.
Yeah, I just don't like. I love when people do that.
Yeah.
I don't like it when other people force
Yeah,
the religion
no,
on.
that's not
I don't
what it
even
was.
like it when they do it here to like certain groups. Like where I'm from, I catch so much shit all the time because I refuse to where if you're a different sexuality than me, to be like they're going to hell.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people where I'm from in the church I grew up in that you still don't see people that are different. And I know when they've gone and done stuff, the way that they present it to everybody, that we're going to share the love of God and all this kind of stuff. That's fine. Share the love of God.
Yeah.
But don't force it and tell everybody. I think that's what we're supposed to do. I've said it for the longest time. I think there's warriors in this world and there's preachers. And some people are supposed to go out and lead by example, not stand in a pulpit.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to, regardless of the situation, if you love God and you have faith, you're supposed to show it when it's right time for you to show it. And you always end up showing it to the person that needs to hear it or needs to see it. But going to somewhere and telling people that they're wrong in their beliefs, I think you don't do anything but deter people from coming to God.
You're not doing anybody anything except being like, well, I don't like that person. Like if you're the person
Yeah.
shoving it down somebody's throat, they're looking at you, and then they're creating Christianity as a whole, or Jesus as a whole, like in this little bubble where they're like, well, that one person said it this way and they shoved it down my throat and they said I was wrong and they made me feel bad about my decisions. I don't want anything to do with anyone from them at all ever again.
I quit.
But also,
You go
like,
ahead.
oh, sorry, the like orphanage thing, like we did, like the church that I was with, like it was more non-denominational, but they did start an orphanage there at Malawi because there wasn't one.
Yeah.
And there were so many orphan kids, and like these kids were just trying to like join on to families, and not all of them are going to accept that. And so like that's what that was. It wasn't, like I said, in the countries that didn't really need it. It was in the countries that did need it. And like, yeah, like if they wanted to learn, if the kids wanted to, learn about God, then it was there, but it wasn't forced down their throats.
That's cool. That's
So
what
yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
they still have it to this day. There's 2 of them now, I'm pretty sure, but like they're very grateful that. So Madonna actually adopted kids from Malawi, and they fucking hate
Madonna.
her.
I hate Madonna.
No, they hate her. They despise her because she took their kids without asking. There's like a system
Yeah.
that they have to go through, and so yeah, they hate her.
Have y'all seen? There's a documentary that came out on HBO not long ago, and it's about stuff like what you're talking about.
She
it's called
sucks.
Savior Complex, I started watching
She
it.
did nothing for that country,
There
and
are-
she sucks.
There are, and it's basically white women. It really is. It's basically uppity ass white women go over there, and they will post all over social media how they're helping these kids and all this kind of stuff. Then they'll bring them back, and they'll neglect them. Like
They'll hire a nanny and they never see their mom.
They're literally
yeah.
a fucking prop to these people.
Well, I will
really
say
fucked up.
there's some families that did like go through the proper measures and
We have
adopt
one-
some of the kids from the orphanage that like they started or whatever. Like just
We
and
have one in my
they're
family.
Amazing.
We have one in my
Amazing
family that
kids.
adopted twins, and they would be so mad if I said their name on the show because they fucking probably hate everything I do. Like he's an actual preacher but a good man. Like
Yeah.
they do not associate with me at all, and we're like second cousins. But like they adopted kids for the right reason from over there and gave them a better life. Some
Yeah.
people just want to use it as
the
a fucking
people
prop.
Yeah.
That's the people from my hometown. They did. There was like 3 or 4 different families that adopted kids from there, and like best lives they've ever
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
And it's great. And like they got the approval of it. I still talk to my translators from there, like on Facebook. They have some of them have Facebooks. Surprisingly,
That's cool.
they might reply once a month, but
You know what I like about the show we just did? Because we're going to end it now because this is going on over 2 hours.
Sorry.
No, it's great. No, I wanted it to. Like, I really did. I like, it's almost the same as yesterday. You start off with one thing, you snowball. Like, you talk about any and everything. So, like, when people see y'all on social media, like, they're just getting the fucking face value of it. I like there's so much depth to y'all. Like, I've learned even just, like, today. Somebody's finna walk in. But I loved
Who
there's
that
depth to you
motherfucker?
guys. And who's that?
Come on in. Just
oh
Skinny.
my god, in the show.
It's
We're in it
In the
right
show.
now.
oh my lord. Y'all better
Anyway,
just
drop your-
pause it.
Ireland, drop your social media. You got anything scheduled coming up?
in the motherfucking show.
Nothing
this week.
scheduled yet.
Okay.
Probably in the summer.
Okay.
I will fight for a belt next. I just don't
hell
have
yeah.
a date yet. But everything is Ireland Gabriella on social media.
You're coming to help us host tomorrow too, right?
And and I'm coming host tomorrow night.
Cool.
Is there another motherfucker?
Yeah, there's a
coming
lot
in
of people
here?
finna roll in.
Who?
That's why I was
Come
trying
on.
that's why I was trying to end it for
Well,
Pete's
just come
Fair.
on in.
Drop
Come on.
your stuff
Oh
and
my
make sure you tell
God,
them about
it's
your pod.
Car-
Come on.
Oh my god,
We're
it's
almost
Caroline
done
with
now.
2 E's, West with 2 T's.
And the
And then
podcast.
Broadway Girls. You just go ahead and click on the little icon in my little bio.
And even though David McMahon said like fucking 2 words the whole time.
I said more than 2 words.
Hey, go pee.
Yeah, I'll go.
We
pee
don't
for
have to
y'all
do
later.
this. Don't have to do this. Anyway, fuck
Hey,
you
wait,
guys. I'm
Skinny's here.
done.
We've got
Come
more
to
men
Live Oak
pee.
February the 7th from 5 to 11. Love you guys. We'll see you later.